Hello, hello, and welcome to
Hello.
Adventures Initiative presents Valmira. This is
The
the
epilogue
epilogue session.
is the last one. You thought the last one was the last one? No, fuck that. This is the last one. Oh shit.
Dippy, you just swore within the first minute of our recording.
Well, what the fuck? We don't like that fucking language.
Whatever.
Damn it.
It
Just make the
wasn't
first.
wrong.
Just make the first minute of the. Just make the first minute of the recording. The
Stream
the
starting soon.
pre-stream. Just make the first minute of the recording.
I
the
already,
pre-stream.
I already did it. I ain't taking it away. I'll just bleep you out or something.
Yeah.
No, I ain't gonna do that work.
Just use.
We
Just
won't-
fill this in. Just fill this in editing.
Frick.
Just cut this in post.
Stop.
No, you have to come up with better than just be like spaghetti.
Knees weak, arms are heavy. Snap back to reality.
What the fudge nutter?
Fudge nutter.
Oh, so
What a way to start a
I
stream.
got a story for you guys, but we'll wait.
We're streaming.
It's about fudge nutter, and it is kind of
Who has
and a
stolen Fudge Nutter?
fudge nutter and a 6-year-old.
Oh god.
And Raquel's just here in the middle of all these boys.
Yeah, all of this
Rock.
is just a wonderful way to start. Are we actually gonna like?
We're your
legit,
boys,
Oh,
though.
good.
Are we gonna try again, or is that just
No,
gonna
we're
be
just
it?
gonna go for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let's
I mean,
just
do you
go for it.
Guys, you thought the last one was the last one? No, this is the last one. This is the
I
episode.
thought the one before the
Wherever.
last one was the last one.
Yeah, it might have been.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah. So this episode,
We're working on it.
We're working on it. This episode, y'all are gonna get the opportunity to ask all of us questions about characters. You get to ask Dono about questions about
Mhm.
the campaign. We're gonna get to ask questions to Dono about the campaign and, the
And
setting
each
all that.
other.
and the same thing of each other.
Mhm.
We're all just gonna be like, shooting. It's been a minute, right?
Yeah, it's been 2 minutes. Oh.
Right. So we're all just going to be shooting the shit and talking. It's almost like a casual conversation, but not quite, because we have like other things after. Like, are we doing the epilogues first, or
We
are
should
we
do the
doing
epilogues
questions
first and then do questions.
So before we
Yeah.
get to all that, though, we're going to do epilogues for each individual character
Mhm.
as ourselves. But before we do that, no, we don't have any partners, do we? Unless
No,
we're
we
going
don't.
to use tabletop audio.
We might for like a few things, but other than that, it's just
Maybe.
like, and we
Let's
don't have to do
tabletop
tabletop tokens because we're not doing any battle map stuff today.
Yeah.
But there's just going to be
Also,
swirling
Well,
around down
this
below.
episode is brought
'Cause
to
you're
you
not sharing
by
audio.
Adventures and Initiative.
Yeah.
We are sponsoring ourselves.
We have been together for quite a while now.
Mhm.
This is been an excellent campaign, and we're just here to reminisce with you guys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else.
hmm
Well, and we have a merch store.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
and we
have a
buy our
merch store.
merch.
Yeah.
Buy our merch.
Buy the merch.
No.
Buy the merch. Buy the merch. Okay.
No.
Shameless
Is that enough?
self plug.
Is that enough plugging? I think that's enough.
Yeah, that's
plugging.
enough plugging.
So yeah, let's
They're done. Plugs
Roll
are
for
done.
initiative.
we're done.
Yeah, everybody roll for
literally-
initiative.
Literally,
Oh,
yeah.
shit. I don't have my dice.
Ah, damn.
Fuck.
5.
Should I roll for
Nice.
Caspian and all my other NPCs? God damn.
No, shut up. You go last.
No, no, fuck off.
Well, I do because I just rolled a 2. So.
Oh my god, I literally just rolled a 4. What?
Oh my-
You rolled a
I
natural
rolled a
2 as well.
Remember,
nine.
you get a +4 because of your charisma modifier.
Oh yeah. You get a +4, so I get 8.
I got a 9.
A 9. Hey, Tommy.
Tommy goes first with a 10.
Really?
Oh my god.
I got
Tommy, what'd
5.
you
I
get?
rolled a natural 2.
Are you serious? No one rolled above a 10?
Oh my god.
What a great
Thank
way to
God
get
there's
an
no
epilogue.
combat.
Tommy, what did
Thank
you or Raquel, what did you get? You got a 10. Oh my god.
No one rolled above a 10.
All right.
Also, you're muted.
Raquel, are you ready to give your epilogue?
No.
No.
Oh god.
Okay,
All right.
so I need to know, Tommy or Rock, depending on how you want to look at this. For Merc's epilogue, do we stay together?
Do we? That's a good question.
Roll
I
for it.
tried
I'm kidding.
asking Rock about this today, and Rock said, I don't know, and then didn't respond back.
I have a serious
Yay!
I have a serious question for Gangster Mom as well.
Okay. All right.
you-
So
Ever come visit me
No.
in
Oh.
my swamp?
with the boots of flying, yes. If she didn't have those, no.
You know,
Oh
it's
my
not
God.
all water, right? There are
It's not the
grassy and dirt
water.
places.
Yeah.
As long as you showed her that it's not just all swamp, she
Hmm.
will come visit.
There are
Literally.
roads and
So
things.
BT Dubs, by the way, one of the things that I hinted at the last episode, or no, it was the second to last one when Marish was asking for power. And the person and his deity, the turtle, Kuokora. By the way, that's his actual name. Is the
Kuokora?
Is Kurakora. It's
Yeah.
the name of the swamp. Is the name of the deity.
Right.
Yeah, I know everything's connected. I can go
Yeah,
places.
cool.
But
Yeah, like you can
I
literally,
do-
you could tree. One of your powers now is that you can tree stride as you wish.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's what
so-
the bad guy was doing.
Here's
So-
another question. Are we allowed to level up our characters to like a certain level to be able to do certain
I
things?
mean, for next campaign, you guys, because you guys are taking it
Yeah,
to
what
easy
level
life.
what level would our old characters be at the start of the next one? Because that's what I'll level them
I'd
up to.
probably say about 15.
15.
What about mine since I spent my life slaying demons?
Well, you're gonna fucking be at level 20, my dude. You're a level 20.
Oh my God.
Like whatever you want to be.
I
And
am
remember,
leveling-
you can choose to go into Bard too.
I
You
am
always
leveling
have
him
that.
up.
Yeah, Marish would be the one that's like, because and I'll get into it. Now I can tell you guys different things that'll happen that you'll get involved with. But it's
but we're
also kind of
digressing.
like
We're-
I'm
it's
debating
Tommy's
on whether or
turn.
not to leave it
digressing.
just as
I'm still waking up.
like just to keep them as NPCs and stuff, and then your new characters
Oh,
would
no.
know. What? Oh no! Oh no! Did
How do
Drunks?
I-
done.
Oh, he's frozen. Oh, there we go. His camera just went out.
Oh.
All right, but there's
wanna
like
get four
quite a few
purple
different
stones.
things that I could probably.
My
tell you
camera
guys.
just updated.
Oh.
Aw.
Wow.
So
This is
we're-
just like the most technical problems we've had
All right.
at the beginning of a stream, like ever.
So
What is going
Raquel, I will say that with you rolling the highest, instead,
I
if you
get
choose
to
that you want
go
to take a
not
second,
first.
yeah, if you don't want to be the one to go first, you can choose who goes and who goes next.
Oh no! Don't make me choose. Oh, there's four. There's three. Oh, there's only three of you.
Well, I can give
Uh,
like an epilogue to one of my NPCs if you wish.
Okay, so Dono, you're one. Marish, you're two. Dadley, three. Dippy, four.
Okay.
So I'm gonna roll a d4.
Alrighty.
Everybody knows their assigned numbers.
what was I?
2.
4?
No,
rolled
I
a
was 4.
1. Dono, you
Dono
go
gets
first.
a fucking-
Fucking Dino.
All right, I'll let you guys choose which NPC you want to know the epilogue for.
I wanna know-
Caspian.
I want to know about the talking tree we brought back.
No, I
Oh.
want to know.
I
About,
just kind of want to know
Fucking
about the
logins.
wanna
We
know-
don't need to know about
I
logins.
need
wanna
to
Logins
know
are
about-
safe in his-
I want to know about Karen.
You want to know about Karen? Oh my god, what a fucking poll. Okay, Karen, listen. Rude, Starkey people, they don't live very long in this world, but
Wait, was she the one that was chastising the 3
Yes.
kobolds in a trench coat?
yep.
Can we know about the 3 kobolds in a trench coat as well?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay, just for fun.
Abra, they were
It's Do Re Mi.
Yeah.
Do
Do
re
re
mi.
mi.
Because they're Do Re Mi Fa Sol La Ti. Yeah. They're from that whole thing.
Do a di, a
Wait, were they?
fi,
I thought they were
di.
La Di and Da.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
right.
La
That's
Di Da,
La Di Da.
yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Never mind. Not Do Re Mi. Do Re Mi would have been their sisters.
Ah, okay.
Mhm.
That's great.
So those 3, because they were given the chance at the festival to be able to show off and do what they loved, and people actually liked them, they eventually went into Laxos and became performers. Thank you for the gifted sub to Just Call Mark. They're drunk. But they eventually went off into Laxos, made a bit of a name for themselves. They got a couple shows, and they began touring. Like they're a little bit more of a well-known name. and they've become like definitely good bards. And so they usually will perform at festivals and such. But yeah, they made a good name for themselves because they got that chance thanks to Farron. So
That makes me feel good.
they may have gotten into some star stuff, but you know that might be something that you find out
You
later
became
on.
a fucking diva. They became a diva.
Well, you know, groups have their problems.
Oh,
All
Maybe
right.
gotten into a little bit of Dragon Blow there for a while.
But they
had
also
hard times.
actually wait. You guys probably wouldn't end up knowing them next campaign because they're kobolds, and it's going to be like 20 years in the future.
no,
And kobolds don't
Lottie
live very long.
Lottie and Dot are not gonna live to see.
But you
Cosmo.
might meet their kids.
Oh my
Their
god.
10 seconds of fame literally last 10 seconds.
In the grand scheme
Part of the
things.
reason why they were so famous because people are just like, this is so much talent and so tragic.
Yeah. Farron would go to the. Farron would give a eulogy for them.
Be
That was
invited to
mostly a
the
joke.
be invited
was
to the funeral.
That was mostly a joke.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So
Oh man, that's yeah. And for the record, Farron wasn't here in this campaign for the first 15 episodes
Yeah.
of it. So,
but he's still like a major character.
yeah.
Yeah.
So if there's
Honestly-
any like yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I was
I
just gonna say,
will.
you go.
I will have like no context for the first like quarter of the
Mhm.
campaign, and Dadley's not going to have context for the first half.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what I was gonna say. In
Mhm.
comparison, I've like barely been here.
Drunk is
Right.
going to be able to ask all the questions about the beginning campaign
mhm.
part of it and what he wants to know. But yeah.
As you can also unfortunately tell, Fantasy is not here to,
Mhm.
with us today either.
Did she send you an epilogue there, Dadley?
Whatever.
No, I haven't been able to go on my computer.
Oh no.
Let me
What
check Discord.
Okay.
what happened to Barry?
Like Barry the owl bear?
No, Jerry.
Oh, Jerry.
we brought him back in an
Yeah.
episode.
I
didn't we?
know,
Yes.
but
Yeah.
what happened? That
Jerry was
Guard
sent-
7 is the one that I'm most curious about because he
Okay,
just
cool.
disappeared.
Dope. Fuck, can I give everything away about Guard 7? Because that's a pretty decent point for next game.
Oh.
So. Well, I mean, I don't want to, like, he gave a little bit of an idea, but there's like a thing that you could run into with Guard 7s. Not old
Okay.
past.
Oh.
So, well, I mean, okay. Jerry. So after Darian Core got like a second to be able to open up his mansion, he was able to transport him back into, like, he was able to take like requests from Jerry, yeah, of where he wanted to go, and Jerry ended up going back home with his circus crew family, which, funny enough, is one of the places in which Lottie Da like performed. So they met up eventually, and that was like a whole thing because Jerry's family is very big into performing and like circus.
Yeah.
So he went back. He did not continue his like singing, but instead he began doing sword tricks because he became very good within the blade. A lot. The disease really did screw up with his throat a lot, and so like he began to be more raspier. It was harder for him to talk. So instead, he does not like music with sword tricks and like sword swallowing because he's not too worried about like his throat getting cut up because it's already like, you know, pretty damaged and it's got a lot of callus in there, which is like weird to say, but yeah. So, all right. Am I just gonna start answering questions about NPCs until you guys feel
We
ready?
got to do epilogue stuff, guys.
I mean,
Come
I am
on.
doing epilogues about the different NPCs and PCs
Yeah.
that you guys want to know. All right. What do you want to know about Guard 7?
Where did he go?
He, so a fun fact about Guard 7 is that, and this was something that Shop said that he would do. If Guard 7 ever died, he wouldn't actually die. Instead, his memory would reset and he'd have to go back to where the temple is. and then get reset. One of the things, so I guess I can not put this through because it never like became a thing, or we weren't able to explore his backstory. Guard 7 is actually 7 souls of great heroes. And it's because of the cult that he's from and how they build things. He's not one of 7 guards. He is a continuation of those death and lives coming back and forth.
Neat.
He is, yeah. So
That is neat.
yeah, he had basically what had happened is when he had left, it had activate the protocol. Since he was so close to death in the last fight that he was in, it basically reset him and sent him back. And since he wasn't able to go into the dream because Warforges can't dream, it was just basically like he had had too much, and so he reset himself and then went off. So
Good time zone, everyone.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to take a break from answering questions about NPCs and stuff.
All right.
Roll another D4.
Figure it out. I can figure it out.
Okay.
All right.
Bradley's just gonna have to also throw in comments because
Yeah.
I'm still figuring
You're
it out.
good. You guys can
I
work
don't
together.
see a reason why you two can't do your epilogue together.
Yeah.
I mean,
honestly.
because we're
do-
texting each other about it on the fly.
I mean, like, you guys, how about this? You guys do an epilogue dealing with the relationship and then where your characters are separately and what they're wanting to do. Because even, like, with relationships, it's
Yeah.
2 individuals making.
There's-
We have our
there's
own
3
lives.
stories.
Yeah.
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 So, aside from their relationship, Tommy does not stay in the town or the castle. She'll go back to Shallows because that is like her new home turf, home area. She's kind of made her own little life there. And she tries to, with learning how to use a key, her key in her own way, make a connection from their home in Shallows back to their bedroom in the castle, just as a small connection. If ever needed a trip or a day away, or you get in a fight and you're mad with your spouse and you're like, well, I'm going across the continent, bye, and then just leaving and walking out and then shutting the door for at least like an hour until you calm down. Tommy goes back to helping for a little while at the magic shop before deciding that life needs to be exciting. So she kind of clicks into that old chain past a little bit. Not really, but a little bit. Enough to pick some people that she knows and becomes a small magic weapon black market dealer. So I feel like she would do that.
Yeah, you would.
So dealing in black market magic weapons, but she doesn't sell to sketchy people. That's her, like, she may have sketchy weapons, but if you're a prick, she's not gonna deal with you. So she has a code of her own moral conduct that she uses as she sells her, illegally gotten wares. Yeah, I think that's kind of how she spends her life, kind of just, bopping around back and forth, going where she's needed, and if somebody needs help, she's gonna jump in, because she's got children who are not her children to take care of.
Yep.
And
So-
a raccoon.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I also have one.
Okay. What happens to Godfather?
No, Godfather stays.
Okay, cool.
Godfather has his own room in our house.
Yeah, he has.
He has a room in the
has-
castle and a room in the house.
Yes, exactly the same. When they get in those fights and she needs to go to the castle, she picks up the Godfather and he goes with her.
All right, cool. Dad,
So-
go.
I was gonna say, I don't want to spoil too much of like I don't know how much of like the story we're telling at this point. I
You
think we
guys
already
are
made a
going
comment
up
that,
in next campaign is going to be like 20, 25 years ish
okay.
in the
So,
future.
uh,
But you guys
you
can
brought up-
tell up to like to the point of where your character
Yeah.
dies. So
I think we brought up live that your parents are pregnant currently, like by the time we're ending the campaign. How is Tommy in like? Are you like big sister role? Or are you like I'm gonna show you how to sneak out of the house? Like, like what is Tommy in a big sister role?
Tommy's first reaction is, "Oh God, it's just a small thing. I don't know what to do with this. Please, somebody take it."
She doesn't know how big children are. After.
Yeah, no. Much like me, children very much have to, grow on her until the point where she's like realizes like I imagine it's just like that one time where it's like you need to babysit and she's like, "Oh my God, fine," and then in that one crazy babysitting turn of events and only a D&D world can imagine when like orcs attack and a rhinoceros comes out of nowhere, and the child is fine just crawling along the floor. That's when it's like, you know what? No, here's a knife. We're teaching you how to throw a knife.
BT
Yes.
Dubs.
Kids like to, so.
BT Dubs. They have a girl.
I called it.
Tommy's like, yeah. So it's gonna take her a while to get used to the idea of having a child around.
Yeah.
She doesn't know how to handle children who are not Yip and or Marish. It takes
I'm not a
time.
child anymore. How does
I know,
that feel?
but it took her a little bit to be like, all right, and now I'm protected over. You're mine now. You're
Mhm.
mine. So that's I think that's her initial reaction is, ugh, and then, okay, you're mine. Don't touch it. Here's a knife. Yeah.
I love that.
I also somehow imagine that whatever wedding they have is like in a Vegas style casino type area.
I can see that. Yeah.
It's
Like a
in
rent-a-chapel.
casino, yeah. It's kind of shady.
I love the idea because like I'd assume Farron would be like, I can marry you guys, right? Like I have the authority, like I can marry y'all.
I'll get to that when I do my
I was
epilogue.
gonna
But-
say, yeah.
Just so you know,
I'm
Merc
sure
would look
he-
Merc
I'm
would look Farron in the eyes and be like, but then you can't be my best man.
Aww.
Aw.
And then I say, but Briar's my best man.
Dono, you're muted.
No, I'm chewing gum and I'm trying
So
to get my
I thought you
shit
were, like,
smacked.
talking.
No.
So would that mean that Marish is your best man?
The Merc's groomsmen probably go like Farron, Marish, and then Tommy's dad.
Well, if Farron is marrying you, then that would make me the best man.
Merc's mine is Farron can't marry us because he has to be my best man.
And Farron is like definitely like if I can't marry you, then you're not getting married.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's going to insist on this. We know that.
All right, fine. Then my best men go Marish, Tommy's dad, and then
Eli.
oh my god, wait, my dad's still alive. Oh,
Yeah.
it's barely been in this campaign. I keep forgetting I have parents.
Yeah,
What about
Cosmo.
our dragon boy, Eli?
Oh, Eli.
Eli's like he just fucking sticks around the castle and then heads out. He's a wandering NPC, my dude. He might not come back next time.
Yeah, he's gonna come back for the wedding.
Caspian.
Oh man, Caspian, your boy Caspian.
Oh my God.
Caspian is not one of my groomsmen.
Oh no.
Merc probably forgot to ask.
Also, the Godfather will be wearing a tux.
He'll be the ring bearer.
Our father will be a ring bearer.
Will be wearing
Wait,
a tux.
wait, ring bearer.
Hmm. Yeah.
Tiny raccoon hands. And then I just imagine him like He's going into his pouch to pull out like the ring, and there's just a whole bunch of rings in there.
Just like
He's like, which one?
Just realize how much.
Which
shit
one's
that
the real
he's-
ring?
Yeah, how much shit he's actually stolen throughout the entire campaign. I feel like I've stolen something from one of you and not said anything, but I don't have it in my inventory. I think I stole something from one of you, and I'm sorry about it, and I can't find it in my inventory. and
It's
I'll-
better than what I did. So I stole some in Dippy's campaign. I stole something from Tesla day 1, and then I just slapped her in the face with it day like 4.
yeah, that was
Maybe I did give it back.
And then there's just Sundial that's like literally stole something straight out of
Oh
your pocket.
my fucking
still
not
hasn't given them
these
back.
fools.
this is not the Inquisition
I know.
like
It's funny.
discussion episode, but
Yeah.
there will definitely these are things that'll come up.
Yeah.
Like-
It's already come up. I almost blew up.
I'm sorry. Did he steal your boat, the source of your income in your home?
I helped
You're
him.
in the boat, so you know.
Oh, I'm just in the boat. I
Yeah,
wasn't
you're-
very
I
specific.
literally
Yeah,
started it
you're-
right next to your bed.
This- again, this is stuff that's gonna come
Okay.
up.
Yes.
We're not running an episode. We didn't run an episode yesterday, and we're not running an episode next week. So it'll be 2 weeks
Okay.
before
So-
y'all get any like, which is fine. That could be like a 2-week break for an arc. But
So how long would it take for you guys to come see me? That's the question, because my plan for now that I'm home, I'm with my family again. My plan is to kind of reconcile with everybody because I just up and left and went adventuring,
yeah,
almost died,
Mhm.
and then continued adventuring.
I mean, Merc. How closely do you think like Merc and Tommy are getting married? Because Merc would definitely drop off Marish's invite in person. So
Well,
if that happened
here's
kinda
my
shortly
question.
after the campaign, I'd be there pretty quick.
so here's
We've
my
We've
question.
been playing this game for about a year and
Did
a half. Yes.
Marish ever tell anybody what he was doing afterwards?
I told them they knew where I'd be.
yeah.
I
Mhm.
believe me and Tommy at one point had a conversation about
Mhm.
me going back to the swamp.
I mean, once Tommy got sending, she'd probably be like, "Hey, Marish, you alive?"
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure it was me and Tommy had a conversation
Mhm.
about it. It might not be 100%, but I had a conversation with someone about that. Oh no.
What?
It wasn't Tommy.
It was key. Wasn't
It was Key
Oh,
when we were
man.
having our moment eating the chickens.
Mm,
And Key's dead.
And I
yeah,
told
very.
but I
dead.
told them they know where to find me.
Yeah.
Do we know?
So
Yeah.
what
I don't know. It's up.
What-
Marish.
I mean,
Actually,
Briar's been with me from the beginning. I'm assuming she of all people would know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
She would have in the course of our travels. It's come up somewhere. Farron would know because he went into my dreams, into the astral projection with me,
Yeah.
and saw me talking with Korokora.
Yeah.
hmm
We also were in with you.
So yeah, they would know.
Yeah. All of
I'm
us
just
were in
giving
that
you a
astral
shit
projection.
time. You guys totally know where he is now.
Yeah.
If
So,
it would
yeah,
have
they
like
would know.
found out at some point
Yeah.
in time, like Marish, you can do sending at any point in that
Oh,
time
yeah.
as a warlock, so you could have
yeah.
like used the spell slot, you know.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
got so many spells I could use.
Yeah.
Contact of the plane and psychic.
And you
bomb.
just like take a little nappy poo for an hour, and you just get more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so we're good.
I'm just giving you shit, you guys. I love you all.
But yeah, I would have told them at some point.
Yeah.
But my question being is because I wouldn't actively seek them out right away.
Mhm.
So who would seek who out first? That's the question.
I guess
I-
Merc would be there pretty quick.
He's impatient. She would probably push Merc to go find you.
Yeah.
Kick her out, kick him out of the house. Like, all right.
We're done adventuring for 3 days. You're like, you have too much fucking energy. Go. Like,
Because
Just
in my
go.
mind, in Marish's mind, his next steps are to rebuild those relationships with his family,
Mhm.
and then immediately get to work fighting this hellscape that's coming into our swamp.
Mm.
Hmm.
So those would be my two active points.
All right.
So what I could just the way I picture it
Mhm.
is I'm out there. I've got my staff in one hand. I've got my sword in the other. I'm fighting like one or two of these things, trying to force them back. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a fucking dragon lands on them.
Yeah. BT Dubs, Marish, because you're a protector of the swamp and you're the only one that holds that title, you're able to, on behalf of the turtle, recruit others to become warlocks that you see as worthy. So that's something else that
God.
you'd be doing on top of it.
So
That's
first
fucking
off,
amazing.
right off the bat, my family's out of the question.
Yeah.
He would not do that to them.
Mm-hmm. It'd just be
But-
like little things that you would find along the way.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be a 100% off the bat. My brothers, my sisters,
Mhm.
mom, dad. That's a damn right no.
Mm-hmm.
They will not put their lives in danger the way I did.
Yeah.
That's just the kind of what Marish on multiple occasions struggled with even bringing the group along to clean up his messes.
Mm-hmm.
So he couldn't do that to his family. But if someone came to him in the same way he came to Kurakura, he might give him that power.
Mm-hmm.
But it'd take like the same thing I did, the actively
Mm-hmm.
searching for that power to be able to do some good in the world.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah.
Let's
Meh.
see.
The Marish is out being a badass.
Very nice.
What's the
very
tree up
nice.
to?
Yeah. What's the
Yeah,
trip?
what's Kenny up to?
What the fuck is Loggins up to?
All right. So Loggins
tree.
tries to make friends,
Oh,
but he freaks out people sometimes, and so there's a little bit of a rumor near the area that there's just like this haunted tree.
Oh my god! Imagine the first summer that it's nice out, and he freaks the fuck out when Marish pops out of the sight of him.
oh my god.
God. Well,
Can I say
technically,
my
he's,
own headcanon that
Tree
I want
strike
to leave?
through fucking Loggins.
Stretch. Oh,
oh, we got to stretch.
Ooh,
Oh, thank
very
you.
nice.
Go sign
Because-
costume.
Marish would go visit Mr. Kenny Loggins.
Merc would as well.
I thought we had a plan to bring Loggins to victory with us. Like at some point, like we would do a like a big like transfer.
Well, you
I
see,
think
there's
you
going to
would-
be paperwork and all that kind of junk.
I know you had mentioned that,
Yeah.
so that is something you had mentioned. But depending on how long that took to get that,
Yeah.
because you're also you guys are also trying to get your kingdom established, so it would
Mm.
probably take some time to get
Mhm.
that done. And I just see him out in this middle of this field, like I said, this haunted tree. Oh man, I love him freaking out as Marish popped out of the sight of him. Well, some village kids are coming to see the haunted tree, like dare you to touch the haunted tree.
Mhm.
And then Marish pops out.
Yeah. Yeah. Just like,
Minor illusion.
oh, that's great. Oh my god.
All right. So,
Get yoked.
all right. I'll flip a coin here.
Hmm.
All right, Dippy, heads or tails?
Fucking tails.
It's tails. So you could go.
Okay. Okay.
Or
well-
do you want to go, or do you want?
No,
Dad to go?
I
Okay, go.
think I got this.
All right, cool.
Donald, how long has it been now that we played?
It's been a year.
Was
I
May-
told him a year and a half,
Yeah.
but that might just be how
might
long
be
I've played.
It might be okay. So 2 years.
2 years
for
in
this
Valmira.
campaign. Yeah, in Valmira. Year and a half for like the basic crew that we have. Sorry, I'm interrupting Dippy's thing.
Sorry,
no.
that was
But
me.
We started May the 4th of 2019. is
On
when we
Valmira?
first- No, on like the channel, like doing
Yeah.
D&D.
The channel's been going for 3
yeah.
years.
Yeah.
But this campaign,
Mhm.
I said was a year and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
2 years on
Newies.
this campaign.
The
Yep.
newies.
And next campaign will probably be longer because I'm not gonna try and rush things in any way. I'm gonna let you
Yeah.
guys just go.
So Farron has a lot of thinking to do.
Mhm.
Like immediately after the big fight with Nonali,
Mhm.
after defeating her, and after seeing Yip move on to the afterlife, and after seeing Marish move on to his new life,
Mhm.
he, for lack of a better way to put it, he has an identity crisis because he didn't get a response from his god when he asked for help.
Mhm.
And I imagine that he tries a couple of other times, like shortly after that, and still doesn't get a response, knowing the responsibilities that Lady of Luck has, being the new Legion, being the new Legionnaire head of Victory, of
Mhm.
the entire group of Goliaths and the tribe. And that spreading, and he doesn't have that one-on-one time with her like nearly as much as he does.
Mhm.
So after they leave, Farron goes back and retrieves Historian and brings him back to the kingdom.
Sure.
But when they're in the kingdom, the first year, 2 years go by with Farron just being like, he's leading guard, he's leading like guarding the town, he's leading like, new constructions with the tribe and stuff like that. Eventually it gets to the point where he doesn't need to be the leader of those anymore. He delegates other people for those places. And then he's just like, okay, go off and do it. And then he just, ever so often in quiet moments, he just goes back to that throne room with the big grand royal chair for Briar to sit upon and to be the leader of. And then the 4 other like remains of what would have been chairs had the original ones stuck around. And he genuinely feels like there isn't a place for him any higher than he already is. Sometimes that leads to him just leaving and trying to go do something and trying to like create an accomplishment for himself, for the kingdom, for whatever. Sometimes that leads to him going back to the original site of the shrine to try and connect with the Lady of Luck. And however long it takes for him to reconnect with the Lady of Luck, it might be like a couple months in, it might be a couple of years, it might not ever be. That's one thing that he tries to do, obviously, is get back into like direct contact like he had when he encountered the sword. And when he does, if I can like take a slight hold of that conversation, there's a long moment whenever he does. And I don't know if you want to dictate this at all right now, but the gist comes down to why we had such a personal connection before, and now it's like you barely even remember who I am. And I know that there's like so much responsibility on you now, but without you, I don't know what I am. I'm right back to square one, because I imagine he has a couple more visions too. He has visions pertaining to Victory, like he did with visions pertaining to his tribe. And he steps up and warns people about it. And sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. But in the end, he feels like he's just gone in a circle and ended up but the location is different. And then around the time that Tommy and Merc are ready to get married, and they're having the conversation about the marriage, he's like, well, if you're not getting married, then if you're not gonna let me marry you, you're not getting married. After that happens, he thinks for a little bit, and then he remembers, oh, right. And he will take, of his own volition, the flying carpet to the swamp. Search for Marish. Probably wouldn't take too long to find him.
Marish should probably end up finding you because he would have been alerted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and just be like, however long it's been, maybe like 4 years at that point.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been far too long. It depends on how quickly Tommy and Mark get married, because it would be right after that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, you would see me at the wedding.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so it would have been okay.
Yeah,
He would fly to the
depending
swamp
on
right
how many
before.
years, Marish would have gotten like some fellow warlocks to be able,
Right.
or warlocks or clerics and like paladins and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And found individuals to be able to work for it.
Yeah.
Work with them. But yeah, and been able.
But whenever he reconnects with Marish, he is just like, he remembers the original vision that sent him away from the tribe, of the the cataclysmic, the two islands falling, and of his tribe perishing as a result. And how, if Marish hadn't have done that, that never would have happened, and the great evil that was not only never would have been eradicated in the first place. The realization comes to him, and when he meets with Marish again, he just like, he spends a long period of time, less than a year, but a long period of time, just in the swamp, helping Marish if he can, while pertaining he goes on a lot of soul searching questions, like journeys after defeating Nonali. I don't know that he would take a level with Marish's god. I don't think he would go that far, but
I don't think my god would let you, because when I asked the sword for help, it pissed a whole bunch of people off.
Yeah, that's also very true. So maybe it would get to the point that I would be like, what if I worked for your god? And then your god directly like connected or intervened and was just like,
no,
how about not?
Back the fuck off.
And it's just like, well, shit.
Like, listen, buddy, I feel you, but it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah. So, and then after that, he continues to suffer with his identity crisis.
Right.
He remains under the vestige of the Lady of Luck. Eventually, whenever he reaches the power level of to be able to cast this spell, he will cast and concentrate as long as he possibly can on Find Greater Steed, and he will create the visage of Armando. It won't be a perfect copy, and it won't have his own like soul within it, but it is something that he would do for Briar. He spends a lot of his time helping everyone around him,
Dippy,
trying to find answers for things.
I love this so much for you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna cue you into a few things that are gonna happen.
Sure.
So
you can take it, because I've been rambling.
You're good.
So
you're 100%, and the ideas, great. I love it. I love where your character is going.
Yeah,
and I don't think I'm gonna screw with it not very much, but when you get back as well, one of the things that happened on top of like you processing everything is that Sherry will find times to intervene with you and be like, hey, Oliver doesn't have parents. We should adopt him.
Who doesn't have parents?
Oliver.
Oh.
Farron would like be walking in with like just some implements that he's gathered for like something. They just like stop and clatter to the floor, and he's just like, "You're joking, right? You're
He's
serious."
A teenager. You got yourself a teenager.
And then he's
You'd have
just
like 4 or 5 years with him of like being a kid and helping him. out
Yeah.
and teaching him things. Like you teach him further fighting, and
That
not?
would definitely be a big moment for Farron.
Yeah.
Because after that point, now he has another focal point
Hmm.
to keep him off of himself.
Yeah.
And
Can I just say I love that your character was so all your things, your meanings, your things to be and why you did what you did just kind of come to a close. And I love the identity crisis that Farron's kind of dealing with.
Mm.
Yeah.
And I kind of relate to that in a way. I explain it to you guys at a later time, but it just you're asking yourself and trying to figure out some of the same things I had to deal with at a certain point in my life.
Mm.
That's pretty awesome how in depth that went.
Yeah.
But you'll always be Papa Farron.
As a like in a storyteller standpoint, it is a very real and genuine reaction at the end of a campaign. Everyone likes to end the campaigns with, and then I do awesome things. And you are the story you are telling is very natural and real. And I am genuine proud to call you my friend with how creative your mind is.
Yeah, I'm loving it. I'm sitting here just listening to it. I'm loving it.
Damn it. Anyway. So when at the point in his life where he and Cherry are taking care of Oliver, he passes on. He does like a half and half mixture of his life before he left and his life after he left. He still doesn't understand everything about like the outside world because y'all only caught him like 2 years after he left his tribe. It was a very short period of time after he left his tribe. He went to Jaren and like connected and got a job there and then like was learning. And then after he got to a certain point at Jaren, he only went to fucking the town that he was in the first episode in, not the town of Farron, but the town of like where the festival was.
If you guys go into Roll20, you can see the map.
Oh god,
because I uploaded it
map
to the new one.
Map. There's a map somewhere. There it is. There's the map.
Yep.
Went to Elford.
Elford.
He only went to Elford because his retired boss was there, and he had like a request for something, and that request was down in the basement of where the original party was during that episode. So when he came along, he didn't have. His purpose was, I'm hiding from this vision I had, so why don't I learn about the world while I'm at it? And like Oliver will occasionally ask a question that Farron doesn't know the answer to, and he's like, go ask your mother, but like not out of a ignoring him, just like, so, I literally don't know, go ask your mother.
So here's my question. Dippy, it sounds like you made the decision that Farron will eventually ask Cherry to marry him and do that whole thing up.
That definitely, that
probably happens.
That would happen.
If not, Cherry would end up being like, "Hey, you gonna put a ring on this finger?"
Hey,
at some point, I think it's one of those days where like Farron plans out a day where he takes Cherry down to like a new spot on the coast, and then he's hiding. So he's finally figured out how to hide something, and he's ready. And then like they both have that moment where they turn around and they're like, "Okay." And then they both turn around with a ring and they're like, what an awkward time. and they embrace. He would get someone else. He knows the ceremony rites, but I don't think he can do the ceremony on himself.
It's almost like
Turok could
I
be
am
able
a
to do it.
cleric.
That's exactly what I was.
So mad.
Oh my god!
I would so intimidate the shit out of Turok.
And just be like, "Hey, back off."
Want to fight me? You really want to do this?
Oh god!
That is I was waiting to see if Dippy brought up anything about marriage.
Mhm.
When Farron makes the comment, "You're not getting married unless I marry you,"
Yeah.
Merc would respond with, "Okay, but Tommy's marrying you."
And then that would
Fight
come
me
by like a
about
couple
that.
years along the road, just like, oh right, like a finger, like a string tied around his finger.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
no, it's the
So-
it's the putting on the ring and then suddenly having the realization. It's like when
Oh,
Kevin's dad in Home Alone sees the bell and then Kevin
Yeah.
gets up like,
oh no.
oh no.
So Tommy and Merc, and then we have Farron and Sherry. I don't think Marish would ever settle down. He'd be too worried about something happening and him leaving that person behind.
Yeah.
I don't think he would ever settle down.
He's married to the job.
Yep.
So
Did a job.
the funny thing is too, because I feel like Tommy would have that same exact feeling, especially because Merc is not an elf or a fae, so it's very much that he's going to die one day.
Mhm.
Long
So I
before
feel
you
like
do.
She is like, especially day of, like grabbing her boots and is like, I could put these on and just leave.
I love that because eventually, if Merc continued being a monk instead of going into barbarian levels, he just lived forever.
Yeah.
And I love the idea of like you eventually being like, he's not going to live forever. And then he does. And then you guys just run into each other every once in a while. And you're just like, really? It's like, how are you still young? It's like, fuck
Yeah.
you.
That is a major thing in Merc's epilogue, but we'll get to that when we
Okay.
get to that.
Right.
So, and Dippy, eventually after you've done like some soul searching and you finally get to the point where you can like just call on your god to talk and you ask the question, it's like, why? Like, why did you
What was
leave
the
me?
point?
What she will do is just look at you and just be like, you have so much good luck. Why'd you need me? And she'll just like show you pictures of what your life is now.
Hi there. I'm excited to show you a few things to
Dad.
try.
A few things to try.
My
What are you
name-
gonna try?
Oh,
Mute.
Oh my
God.
oh my god.
And she'll show you like Oliver
Mhm.
and you being able to be like help him grow and
Mhm.
Cherry being there.
Mhm.
And I'll definitely say that Cherry probably, you guys probably have a couple kids.
So I
She's
updated
not
the
gonna let you
Alexa app
not.
on my phone
Oh my god.
or on my computer,
Oh.
and it just started going, and
Oh,
I'm
okay.
like, "Fuck."
No.
Yeah. Incredible.
Um
But Farron is looking at these images in awe and wonder, and he's just like, he'll sit there in silence,
mhm.
and then the final like tether connects in his own head in that moment, and he just like looks, and he's just like,
She'll just say,
can't believe that the answer was always laying directly ahead of me.
she'll say, I've given you my power. You've always had me. It's just you stopped needing me as much as you did. Because things were just, it's what happens when life gets good.
That would be the moment where he like breaks down again. And he's just like, he would just like crumble to pieces. But then afterwards,
Mhm.
he like feels the renewed sense of purpose.
Mhm.
And then he would go back to Victory, and not demanding anything, would just like would have a new fulfilled sense of purpose and just be like, you I am he would essentially ask if he could create a township within the kingdom's boundaries.
Okay. Would
And
that
then-
be the other one?
That would be
I
the
put?
last thing that Farron is doing when Crossroads starts.
Okay.
Is he wants to create a township within within whatever boundaries of Victory
Mhm.
there is. Probably closer to the mountains.
You'd probably take
then-
over towards the. You'd probably start building a township over towards the mines
Yeah.
and clearing
In the
out that
direction of
area,
the
so you can
mines,
be able
definitely.
to start like actually. Like it takes you guys for like a long time to get things set up, and you have certain areas that
Yeah.
are like prime spots for
Yeah.
building.
Mhm.
And the mines has always been like a journey area. So,
Mhm.
no, but like eventually, yeah, like you would probably set up around the Devil's Mouth
Mhm.
or the Devil's Maw, which is
Yeah.
which would also be like a checkpoint area
Oh yeah,
as
absolutely.
well for crawl.
Yeah.
So-
So he would do that long term. He and Cherry would be like long standing, either not matriarch, patriarch, but like like just kind of assumed mayor and wife.
Mhm.
Or like not he wouldn't want to be like a king or a lord or a prince or anything.
Listen,
he would just be
She's
he
gonna.
would just be
If
the
anybody's
leader
gonna
from the
be
front.
mayor, it's gonna be her.
buddy.
It's gonna be Cherry.
Yeah, she's gonna be like, all right,
mayor and husband.
Yeah.
Like,
first
yeah.
mayor, the first man.
yeah, exactly. And he would always be in his own mind in the moment that he's reconciling with the Lady of Luck, in the moments that he's always found, he finally puts himself in that spot of like, he will always be the right hand of whoever he is
Mhm.
like akin to, whoever he is a call to. And he'll look back at his relationship with the group. He'll look back at his relationship with Briar in the original Kingdom. He'll look back at his relationship with Cherry when they were taking care of Oliver. And now he will look to his relationship with Cherry in terms of the town.
Mhm.
Which, God, what would he fucking name the town? I don't even know.
We'll figure it out.
Marishville.
That's a terrible name. Sure.
That's a terrible name. I love it. he would put up like
Oh.
a poll. No, he wouldn't.
Oh, I got it for you.
Mm.
He would name it Yip.
Ypsilanti. I'm kidding.
Ypsilanti. Ypsilanti was gone.
My first thought was Towny McTown face.
How's that a
No,
first?
that would be
thought?
the top result of the poll, and he would just throw that out and be like,
This is stupid.
Why did Merc
it-
throw
just call it-
300 times?
call it fucking white scale, whatever. Like,
Yep,
inherit the name from the mountains, get rid of the fucking legion
Mhm.
afterwards. Oh no, he would go back to the town name that he would go back to the original name of the fucking thing, the colony,
Yeah.
which I had at some point.
Yip,
Frostburn.
yip,
He
hooray.
would call it Frostburn.
Okay.
In homage to his tribe.
All right.
So the town of Frostburn would eventually grow to a point. I don't know if it would exist on the map in Crossroads time yet or not.
I'll add it.
Yeah, I love it. Farron would grow old in Frostburn, finally content with the search that he did for the first 10 or so years of his life. However long it took to get to the reconciliation point with his God. Always traveling back to Victory on the day that they defeated Nonali. Always calling upon every member of the group. He would eventually try, probably fail, but try to get like into extraplanar contact with Yip.
I could help you with that.
And always, throwing a fucking banger of a party at the tavern that they constructed in Victory.
Damn straight.
Having the fight pit is built, there are many fights to be had in it. But after, I won't get to the part where Farron dies. I won't get to that part. Maybe that'll come. But he will obviously be alive when Crossroads is a campaign, but
Mhm.
Excuse me. Oh my god, I'm
Goodness,
so
my
sorry.
good man.
And
Oh
yeah.
dear heavens.
Oh, good heavens.
All in all, this was a emotional campaign for me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we lost Tommy and Merc for the first time, when that arc wrapped up, I'm just like, I fucking love playing with these guys. This has been such a great story. What's gonna happen now? And then just them coming back and it just having it wrap
Then
up the way
losing.
it did.
We always
Oh,
lost.
losing
We
Yip.
always lost people in pairs. We lost Tommy and Merc, like, and then we lost Key and Yip at the same time. Like
Yeah.
that was
I'm
that
still
was a
not
big
over the fact that I was
duality
not here for
moment,
Key's
too.
death, so
Well, you gave me the permission to do so,
fucking
so
unbelievable.
still not okay with it.
And
you
yeah,
said it was fine.
that'll
I'm a female.
that's Farron's.
I'm fine doesn't mean I'm fine.
Fine, whatever
That's-
you want.
Oh, and Farron attempts
My
to
wife
write a book.
tells me that.
Ah,
Farron attempts to write a book of his memoirs.
does he?
He doesn't have it. He doesn't have it published by the time the campaign comes around, but he might be in the middle of it
All
when
right.
when the next campaign rolls around.
These strange fuckers showed up at my door one day. They called themselves something. Yes.
More like I showed up at their
Yeah,
doorstep.
yeah,
Oh.
he
I'm
showed
talking
up.
about the next party.
Oh, the next
Oh.
yeah. The next party shows up at Farron's house, and it's just like, who are these people?
Well, Dono steps away. Let's
Hmm.
go ahead and anyone in the chat have any questions for us players who've been around for this crazy campaign?
Yeah. And player on player questions will start probably. Well, we still have Merc's epilogue.
Yep.
So be thinking about your questions. Type your questions in the
Yeah.
chat. But we got one
I'm
more
being
epilogue.
patient.
to
I'm
go.
good.
Yeah,
If anyone
let's-
has any questions, I can wait.
No. We're doing questions at the end.
That'll
Oh.
give them a
Yeah.
chance to type them in.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I've already got the town added,
Oh my god. Fucking perfect.
so I'm just waiting in case anybody else adds something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Where
All right.
is Merc's life?
Merc.
All
go
right.
for it.
Merc.
Or
Mhm.
Dadley, whatever.
So,
Bradley.
Merc, in my brain, has like 3 phases of his life after the campaign.
Mhm.
The first one is like shortly after, like when Tommy and Merc move back to Shallows. He just kind of also has an identity crisis of like he thinks he met the being that created him, and it left him unread pretty much. And he never felt close. Like he loves his adoptive parents, but has always had that disconnect of like, I am nothing like you guys. So the first kind of chunk of Merc's life, while him and Tommy are both just trying to do kind of have normalcy of like, Tommy, you made the comment that you go back to the magic shop for a bit before you get antsy and start doing your own thing. During like that kind of fake normalcy time, Merc does 2 big things. He also tries to write books. He tries to write like children's fairy tales. Because of just like he sees how kind of like twisted the world is at times, and his positivity never ceased. So he just tries to kind of write fairy tales. The big one that he writes is The Bone Dragon and the Cat. Story of a dragon made of bones under control of a cat, and all the shenanigans with that.
Fantastic. I love it.
And then he grows a mushroom garden.
Oh God, I still have that mushroom growing out of my tail.
You do.
Farron, whenever Farron would definitely help you get rid of that. Like in his time at the swamp, he would help you get rid of that in whatever means possible.
It's not a curse, so it doesn't just go.
He would
Literally.
still do whatever he can.
And the fact that lizards can just cut off their tail and like continue it growing.
That is now a part of my scales.
So I will leave it up to Dono how kind of like successful of an author he turns out to be. If it's just I wrote it and it's there, or like if it has anywhere it goes.
Oh, Tommy puts this in her magic like black market shop, and like if you want a weapon, you're gonna have to buy a book.
If you want a magical weapon, you have to buy this.
It gets
children's
hidden
book.
as like a book sell is how it's like shown up.
Yeah,
on
it's
the
a
receipt.
This book
bookstore
and
up
get this
front.
free
It's
gun.
a
It's like,
black
why is
market
this-
in the back.
It's like, why the fuck was this book 1,000 gold? What the hell?
Yeah, no, buy this book, get a free weapon. Yeah.
What about that other
Read
thing that you told me
Cosmo's
about,
book,
Dadley?
And you take it to your children, and then you hand it out to everyone you know.
Hmm.
What did you say, Donna?
I said there's another thing that you told me about that you wanted to do.
Yes. Yeah, we're gonna get
Okay,
to
cool.
that.
Dope.
The kind of as Tommy gets antsy and trying to do more, Merc also does. He's very much like, all right, yeah, it's been nice writing. My mushrooms are cool. I need to get the fuck out of the house.
Mhm.
And he goes off in his like kind of mini quest, like it's his I'm willing to die on this quest, or like not die, but spend my life doing this. Is he understands how powerful his Verpal sword is and his necrotic axe. I don't remember the name of the axe off the top of my
Blood
head.
axe.
Blood axe.
Mhm.
And he tries to track down a powerful blacksmith or artificer or whatever that can transfer the enchantment from the sword onto his axe.
Okay.
And the axe having both the necrotic damage as well as being able to heal him, and the power of the Verpal sword of on a natural 20 decapitation.
Okay. I want you so badly to fail this, but just because it'd be funny and so Merc, but make me an intelligence check.
With help from me, because
Oh
I'm
my
a black weapons market dealer.
Black.
Black
Black weapons market?
dealer.
Yeah.
Do
black
you
market
So
tell
dealer.
all
Tommy
the
about
weapons
this
in your
quest?
market are black.
Yeah, 100.
Oh,
Oh,
okay,
yeah,
cool.
no. Merc is
You wanted to cut
100%
off
keeping
something?
Tommy in the loop.
Okay, yeah. Go for it. Okay, I'm like, I'm not that mean. But
Dude.
If you
please tell
roll
me you
a
got two
one-
nat ones.
No, I rolled a nat 20 and an 18.
Oh
Oh
god.
my god.
So granted, I have
total-
-2 to intelligence. It's a 16, but
Wait, was
No,
it
it was with
disadvantage?
advantage,
It was
my dude.
advantage. You got a
Natural
20.
20.
it was advantage. It was.
It was advantage, yeah.
God. Why would
Dadley, you
Tommy
dumbass, I
helping you
fucking
gives
love
you
you.
disadvantage for some reason? All right.
Because he doesn't understand her.
So, Dadley,
Yeah.
your wife works in a magic shop with two of the most powerful sorcerers and wizards in basically both Shallow or in the show, or yeah, Shallows Kingdom and Laxos area. Yeah, it's pretty fucking easy for you to get that sword like figured out. It just is going to cost a lot because they're two very powerful enchantments.
Worth it. He's
Yeah.
willing to cost. Yeah.
So it costs you a lot. You do get a little bit of a discount, -10 gold, but you know.
I was there.
You know,
it would've been
I see Dono struggle with this because it's always awesome as a DM for a player to come up with cool concepts like that. But at the same time, our next campaign is a continuation of this world, and he might have to deal with someone finding that.
So
Well, the
I do
thing
have-
is that Merc's not going to be dead next campaign. It's just if you piss him off, then you guys get to fight a fucker with a Vorpal sword.
Well, so once when that kind of mission of his life is done, he this is, how do I word this? This is Dono. I'm just gonna light
Okay.
you up for a second.
Go.
This is why Dono is a phenomenal DM. He has given all of us the opportunity to tell incredible stories, which is an experience in D&D I've never had. I've always done like the crunchy numbers and coverage and like very much of like, this is, as somebody who like, I have a passion for writing and screenplay writing and storytelling, this being the first opportunity I've had to tell a story I'm proud of, thanks to the guidance and wisdom of Dono, is something I will carry for the rest of my damn life. So it begs the question of like, I don't know how to end Merc's story, and it's not ending, but like Merc reaches a dilemma of he is dying well before the love of his life. And there is a way to stop that.
Yeah.
It's to buckle down and focus on monk training again.
Let go of
and
the
he
rage.
does that. Yes. He does that for a little bit. And he has the realization that he doesn't feel like himself. He doesn't like the person he's being. That regardless if Merc dies from natural causes or lives forever as somebody he doesn't like, Tommy is losing the Merc she met. So he'd rather die the person he likes being. So with that kind of knowledge in him that like, I am comfortable dying before Tommy because it means I get to love her the way that I grew to love her and met her. He opens his own monk dojo, like training temple, whatever you want to call it. That is very specialized in nobody is taught the same. It is, he calls it the way of the choice. And he teaches people how to be the best monk they can with what they bring to the table, not conform to this way of being a monk. The example I keep thinking about is like a young artificer coming in and talking about all the gadgets they like to build and this cool thing, and teaching that young, want to learn monk skills child of, okay, well, here are the monk weapons that we use, and like, here's how you can build it yourself and tweak it the way you want. And like, you're gonna have to learn to move a little bit differently because it has more weight, but I can show you how to do that. And or a young sorcerer coming in and showing them of like, here's how you can blend your magic with being a monk. And Merc weirdly has a little bit of experience with that. Of he had magic in the Shadowfell for some reason. So he makes it, and he spends the rest of his life just trying to raise a generation of monks that no two are the same. They all bring their own essence to the table, as Merc does with his rage.
All right.
The School of Merc.
Yeah, the way of the choice is what it's called.
I love that. I will have to have that written down. Write that down in your notes so I can write it down later.
Yeah,
Or,
I will. Just remind me because I can't access my notes at the moment.
Someone write that down.
Write that down, right there. The last little thing Merc does, and this actually might not be, like, this might not happen at the beginning of the next campaign, depending on how you want to do time. As he gets, as like in his mind, as he feels like he gets too old to carry his very super powerful axe at this point, he pays somebody to enchant it in his dojo so that nobody can pick it up unless they know the kind of like secret phrase to have access to it.
You make fucking Thor's hammer.
Long live the queen.
And the only people that would know it were Merc. He would tell Tommy, and hopefully at the time he has some kind of like prospect of his dojo of the person that's like really shined and taken in kind of in full strive, and someone he's willing to pass the dojo over to once when he passes. And as like, just, this is my thing that I thought of, I love the how to get the axe off the wall. If you touch it, you will hear an elemental, why mushrooms? And the phrase to take the axe off the wall would be in Draconic, you have to respond with, because they persevere.
Wow.
So,
Jesus.
I'm going to add a
So
little
that's
bit of
Merc's
something
life.
into this. To little things. Armani and what's her name? What's the wife's name? And
Didn't say it. You didn't come.
I didn't pick you up.
Oh, give me one second.
Isabella.
Isabella. Armani and Isabella eventually bring their daughter, their newborn baby, or their new daughter, and start taking monk classes just to have like an extracurricular thing. And that there's like, maybe like keeping it a rogue probably isn't a great idea. Like, let's make him like a decent person.
This
Or
is
not
like
nothing against Tommy. No, wait. They're just like, let's try something. Like, let's give her an opportunity
break
that
the
we
mold.
didn't. Yeah, they want to break the mold. Nothing against
Let's
Tommy. They would have helped
treat
Tommy
this
to like
child as the
chosen whatever way.
favorite because we didn't love the first one.
Mhm. Well, the thing with like Tommy is that they would have given her any option that she wanted, but they were taken. And so when the chain took over for her, they basically were just like, well, we need more rogues.
Mhm.
And maybe she's just as good as her mom. And then you ended up inheriting your dad's psychonetic abilities along with your mom's like sticky fingers.
My goodness.
So
could we like for flavor say that like Tommy's little sister is the person that grows up to kind of like
Take
be-
over. That's what
yeah,
I was
take over
thinking.
my dojo? Or if you had a
she's
different plan for
growing.
Tommy's little
She's
sister,
growing. Like you will probably be with like, how old is your character right now?
how do Genasi age? They age normally,
They
human,
aged
right?
normally
age
like humans.
human-esque.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Merc's probably like 22. Like he's still young and dumb, and like
Okay.
during this,
You'd be
campaign.
around like 40 to 45 or 47. So you'd be like just midway. You're like, you got like that gray, only it's turning into
Yeah.
gold because now you have like the gold and
Mhm.
not red. So you're like gray. You start golding.
Yeah.
Golding.
Yeah. One of the many questions that Tommy's little sister says is, why did Tommy marry such an old guy? And just absolutely roast you sometimes.
That's exactly
hey,
right.
You fucking red fox.
I would like lead into Tommy's sister ear, be like, "Hey, you want to know a secret? She's like 100 and something. Your sister's a cougar."
Yeah, Merc.
Mm-hmm.
I grabbed the Vorpal sword off the wall.
Oh my god.
You know I can still wield this, right?
I
I don't know. Do you have-
I feel kind of bad because
yeah, you literally did.
But I can try.
It's like I can hit you with.
so I feel bad because from the start of the campaign to the end of the campaign, Marish was building up to go do this simple end of the story, and everyone else has these complicated
Mhm.
family life, and I'm just there doing my thing in the swamp.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, like you're
That
able
was
to
the
travel
point.
as you wish.
That was the whole point of Marish, that was to gain the strength to do this.
Yeah, that was his contract, and that's
Well, Marish is a protector.
yeah.
He just was never strong enough. Up
All
until
he
that
wanted
point.
to do, like the first thing that you told me, is that Marish wanted to be strong enough that, or be capable, because he didn't feel capable.
Well, he was incapable, and that was proven time and time again. He could not protect his friends, and that's all he wanted to do.
Mm-hmm. But eventually, you got to the point where it's just like, you know what, I'm gonna do this, and I think it was you that got the last hit in, and
Yeah.
that finished
Yeah.
it off and did
Yeah.
everything.
He was.
And so, like in the
We-
very end, you were just like, all right, I was finally given the power that I feel ready. Like I'm ready to do this now and be capable and be that
Yeah.
person that everybody needs me to be. And then you got to it and you're like, I think you were expecting to just be put straight to work, but instead you were just like, all right, go say hello to your parents and everything again.
Mm-hmm.
Because you were sent away. Like your
And
deity
what-
isn't evil.
When I finally get that, when I finally learn that ability to tree step like they were doing,
Mhm.
because I'm guessing I'm not going to realize it right away that I can
Yeah,
do
it's
that.
tree stride, and so
Mhm.
it takes it's not like teleportation where you can just like it's like every 500 feet you can. It's like dimension
That still
door.
saves
It's like
a
just
lot of fucking
constantly-
time.
Yeah, You're just-
I'm going to be popping in once we develop the force to protect the
Mhm.
swamp that
Mhm.
I want. I would definitely be popping in and helping out with
Mhm.
everyone's endeavors.
Merc would 100% have like a big oak tree right outside of his dojo, and on it have a little sign that says Marish's door.
Baron.
Only it's spelt wrong, so
Yeah.
Oh,
What was it that there was a joke about that in one of our episodes?
Treasury?
Treasury.
Treasury. Yeah.
It says
It's like,
treasury.
I can't lie, I had the thought of naming the JoJo just Treasury.
Oh my god! Because
For
Farron
very-
had named the doors in the in the castle, in the original Victory Castle, after like just saying the things that they were, and then everybody was like, that seems like a really bad idea, and Merc was like, I got it, and he just named every other door Treasury.
Every door he came by was treasury.
I named the well Treasury. I named the stables. Like,
Yeah.
So I
Everything's
pop
just
out and
fucking
it says,
named
"Oh,
Treasury.
It's the tree's named Treasury.
I like the idea that instead of like them absolutely like tossing those, eventually they just framed where Merc like put treasury and like cut out those pieces and would just put them up on a wall in each that room to show like the historical like
Yeah.
because as the kingdom grew they would build more buildings and everything like that, but like
Oh
the
yeah.
original ones would have treasury on the
Yeah.
inside of them framed somewhere.
Mhm.
I did forget one quick thing, which is Merc hand delivered all the invites to the wedding.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Merc hand delivered all the invites and made sure to go to the tree that Yip became
Mhm.
and up where like I knew like kind of knew the wind couldn't get to it that well. He definitely will just like sticks an invite for the wedding in like a hole of the tree or something.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Damn it.
I feel like, ow.
I feel like
So,
ow.
I will say
Farron
this.
forgot two very quick things too.
Here's a little thing for you
Oh.
guys to know that you can find out later on in the campaign, or next campaign. Eventually, depending on when you guys got married, it actually this would happen after the wedding, but eventually, at some point in time, there'd be a Kenku that shows up with the letter that was meant for Yip, and just not be like, hand it to you, and he has a little symbol around his neck of a gateway or an open gate. Like he looks like a cleric or something. And he just shows up, hands the letter back, and then on the letter on the back of it is a letter from Yip.
A letter from or for?
From Yip. And it just says,
What's-
sorry I couldn't make it to the
Oh.
wedding, but happy to know that you're together.
oh,
My god.
that is something I was thinking. I can contact other plane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would
you-
I'd be able to talk to Yip?
Yeah.
So that would be something I would do regularly
Yeah.
Yeah.
throughout my life. Update Yip on everyone, what everyone's doing, where everyone is at in the world in their life. That is something that I would not stop doing
Mhm.
till the day something finally took me out of this world.
Mm-hmm. Which eventually, like, yeah, we'll see if you guys like decide to go in that route or not with it.
I thought of something. I just thought of something. I
Mhm.
feel like at some point, Tommy would take Merc to the cabin in the woods, the
Oh.
resting spot with the fox,
Mm-hmm.
and just be
Okay.
like, "This you need to experience the coolest thing you'll ever experience."
Oh, yeah.
All right.
That was a fucking
And-
incredible.
That was
So-
so much fun.
How many years do you think it takes you to want to be able to go do this?
I say
200.
Yeah, like when
200.
you know, Merc's on the older side.
How long did Genasi live for?
They live up to, I think it's just a little bit past humans.
I thought it was like 100.
It depends on your lineage.
I thought it was like
You could-
120.
So here's the thing. Merc, because of his lineage, could be a lot, like, could live a lot longer than a normal Genasi. Because
Oh.
he's of the Titan instead of like a family.
That's fair. Yeah.
So it's like
Not
completely on
exactly.
if you live long enough to do it and whatnot, or if anything kills you. But yeah, like you would still be under the thought process of like, I'm gonna die eventually, and my wife's like a lot older than me, but now she's also gonna live like forever. So yeah.
Merc and Tommy are gonna hit a point where like, you ain't dead yet? No, I don't know.
Yeah, 120. I was right. It's 120.
He's like
years.
laying in his bed and it's like, oh, this is it. Oh, I'm going. Okay. I'm going. I'm going.
Stab
I'm going.
you
death rattles, and he just like lulls over and he doesn't move for a bit, and he just like snorts himself awake, and he's just like, "What? I really thought that was it."
As they get older, it's gonna be every other week of like, babe, this is it. I feel it. I feel it in my heart. I'm gonna die. Sweetie, that's heartburn again. You just have heartburn. Stop eating those burritos.
I think she's very much
Oh,
going to have
God.
a really hard time once everybody is gone.
God,
and
everybody's
she's
fucking
like,
living a long ass time.
yeah.
Mhm.
I think it's going to be very, very hard for her when there's going to be some recklessness.
Because
I was
Monk
gonna-
has a thing. Monk has a thing where he's gonna live a long time. Because
Yeah, I'm gonna
God,
live a
right?
long time because of the Titan.
Oh
So,
fuck! So
At
yeah,
the end
fair.
of it, it's just gonna be me and Tommy.
I feel like at that point, she is going to. That's when you're really going to get her spending a lot of time in the swamp.
Yeah.
And I
She's
think
gonna-
here's the other thing: is that Marish isn't gonna die until something kills him.
Oh my God.
If Marish lives, like if nothing does that, Marish will be the one that says goodbye to Tommy.
Whoa.
Holy shit.
750 to 800 years from now.
It'll be modern day by the time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Basically.
I'll have
my God.
I'll have multi-classed into every freaking class and maxed out levels in every
So,
class.
I'm hoping that by next campaign, you guys will actually have like a year system, because I have like a year, like how everything is made and stuff like that. So I'll actually like have whether or not you guys are. I just have to figure out like a midpoint.
Does one of
where
us
things
have to
change.
invent the calendar?
No.
Are you kidding me?
No. But there's like weird shit that was going on with Laxos of why like people couldn't really remember like history and stuff.
All right, Farron's inventing a calendar.
Hey, I have a quick question.
Yeah,
Does Farron send any of his kids to the dojo?
it's a bit of a commute, you know. I just can't really.
That's fair.
On to
So
your
with,
I-
so
can
with
I
these
just
new
say
developments,
the
with these
idea-
new developments, yeah,
Can I just say the idea of like Farron and Cherry's kids? It's literally
half Goliath, half tiefling.
it's tall ass like gray skin, not tieflings with red fucking like tribal tattoos.
So, one thing Marish would do, he would send the young warlocks
Mhm.
there to kind of train with Merc, like he
Yes.
trained with Merc,
Mhm.
because he did that.
Yeah.
If anything,
on.
like Merc would
I'm
not
rolling.
take levels with your god, but be like, hey, Marish is sending people my way. What can I do to help you in your cause when it comes to training these people? And like would try to have an open communication with your god when it comes to training the warlocks you send.
Dono.
Because
No.
Marish would
dice.
definitely be firsthand.
Pick a dice.
Pick a dice from D4 to D20.
D12.
I had one in my hand. It's all
Fantastic.
right.
So Marish would definitely have his hand involved in every aspect of the training, but he would want to, as someone who's learned from a million different supervisors in the military, law enforcement, and where I'm at in my current job now, those tools from every person, someone adds something to
Yep.
everything.
Mm-hmm.
So he would instill that into his guys.
Mhm. Farron and Cherry have 7 kids,
God.
and he will send.
You know what?
Th-
That tracks. That tracks.
And he will send. And he will send. Because
So
he's.
Can I just
he
say,
goes-
Cherry still looks like phenomenal.
I
Like,
know.
her charisma is fucking right there with yours.
Yeah,
So you guys
exactly.
are just the hot couple.
Yeah, exactly. And Farron eventually, like, so the whole fun thing. Farron has 3 things now.
Mhm.
The whole number 1, the whole fun thing between Farron and Cherry, like in that episode where they went up to the bedroom and it ended up being a therapy session.
Mhm.
That goes on for like another 2 years before it really truly clicks with Farron that like one of these times that they're gonna do this, they're gonna end up like in a position that Farron is doing that. And then when they have kids, they're like, okay, he gets it now. And then he's just like rabbits.
Mhm.
Like after number seven, he's
They
just
don't-
like, okay.
Listen, they don't teach protection in fucking the
Oh
goddamn.
no, they
They
definitely
just
don't.
teach like fighting in the tribe.
Yeah.
So it's WrestleMania all day long.
Yeah. It's fucking. So
I'm so
after,
bad.
but
I'm
after,
sorry.
but after the 7th kid, he's like, that might be enough.
Merc and Tommy stay dual income, no kids. Like,
Yeah, no.
And then
we have a raccoon.
after,
you have a pet raccoon.
we have a furry
Turns
baby.
out Godfather's like literally immortal because he's a
Yeah,
fucking
Godfather's
fae.
a fae, so he's immortal. But Farron, it takes like until the 3rd
Oh,
or 4th kid to
shit.
be like
Here's
to
the
hear the
thing.
news about Merc's dojo, and then it's like, oh, that doesn't sound like a bad idea. Kids number 4, 5, and 6 are going to your dojo.
Mhm.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
I will say this: by next campaign, you will have at least one child that is able to start adventuring,
Mm-hmm.
and will probably want to leave the
Yep.
house after hearing like stories of you and Sherry
Yep.
and not like
Yep.
from Uncle, not like Merc and not Aunt Tommy and all that,
The first one,
and be
the
like,
first
you know
one,
what, I'm
he
going to be
lets-
out and about. So
the first one,
mhm,
he lets go exactly like his tribe let him go.
mhm.
Just wish you well in your adventures. You come back whenever you think you've learned enough.
Oh man, is it too much of me to just think that all of a sudden I run into Farron and Sherry's kid in
The
the
first
middle of
one.
somewhere,
Mhm.
and I teach him to be a warlock?
God
BT Dubs, your kids can be clerics, warlocks, paladins, like the things that you could teach them. But if they get really rebellious, they could be zealot barbarians,
They could, yeah,
which I think the
That would
first
be-
one probably is.
that would be fucking incredible.
Yeah.
I would just saying. That's
It just
a
has like
thought.
the doctorate background because they're like, okay, let's
Yeah.
talk about this, shall we?
And then he comes back, and then he teach whatever they end up being. It just comes back, and they're like, "Hey, old man." And then they teach me shit like, "Wow,
It's like, wow,
my
the world has changed. We need to update
Yeah.
this town now.
yeah, yeah."
As Tommy and Merc are just like sipping coffee, and she goes, "That's why we didn't have kids. You see that right there? Ours doesn't talk like that to us."
I
there's
still
a
do.
there's
BT
a
Duck.
there's a
Look
regular
out.
meeting
All right,
period
all right,
where
all right.
all 4 of us are like at a coffee shop. The coffee shop changes whether it's in
Yeah.
Frostburn or the swamp or in Shallows or wherever it is. That's like, yeah,
So I want to
Tommy's
add just a
jokes of,
little
like-
thing.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about kids. Godfather ends up being a dad at some point in
Oh
time
my
with a
God.
like a
Godfather's
lot.
not allowed out.
Like you don't
God-
know this because he's sneaking out past your eyeballs, but he has
no.
a lot of kids, and you just start seeing like these weirdly rainbow raccoons not popping up all around town.
I
Merc-
blame Merc.
The second Merc sees one, he's just like, Godfather, you slut.
You guys are
I
in
bring
a
some back.
city. You have a pet raccoon. You think he's not gonna go and like get busy?
You should have had him
So-
neutered.
Thing number 2, and this is a tiny thing.
Mhm.
Farron will occasionally go back to the wild magic stuff ceased when the tree died, right?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Farron is trying a different method to try to make himself as tall as he once was.
Cherry constantly
It's like
reminds
that's
you.
like that's like the
well,
thing from like right after the fight to like the initial realization, but even before they're married to Cherry. That's something he's immediately doing is he's
Yeah.
trying to make himself as tall as
Cherry-
he was.
constantly remind you. It's like, honey, I like your size now. It makes it easier to hug and kiss you. It's like, stop it.
As Tommy's taunting in the
Yeah.
background that she's taller.
It's like, suck it,
Fucking young
dude.
Tommy being like, I also like your size now.
Yeah.
Now I can.
It's like, I'm a
pet
That's what
koala.
she said.
Yeah. And so like then that clicks in and it's just like, fucking whatever.
And then your first child becomes taller than you, and you're like, ooh, the rage.
no. He goes,
It's like, ah.
still got it.
It's like, this is a weird feeling. Pride in someone else. Too bad
Yeah.
it's covered by all this unyielding rage.
Yeah. And then thing number 3, and this is related to I'll make thing number 3 related to a question that I'm going to ask whenever
Okay.
there's is the epilogue stuff basically done?
Yeah,
I have
unless
one
well,
quick thing, but yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, you guys. I was gonna give one for Caspian, but
Oh,
yeah, just because he ended up
Go
being a
right
major
ahead.
campaign. So Caspian, after his whole little journey with you guys on the island, is like he struggles with the idea of like, did they just give me the okay to marry Briar or not? And then he's going back and forth. I was just like, is this okay? Like, do I do this? It's like, and it's like we've only been like, yeah, he goes through his mindset of just like back and forth of just like, fuck, what am I supposed to do here? And then eventually we'll get to a point where he's like probably like 2-3 months down the road after they've been dating for a while. It's just like, just goes to Briar and just like, hey, are we gonna get married? And then Briar will probably be like, I thought we were planning on doing that already. Probably because
Yeah.
of just how chill Briar is. Also, I want to point something out. Briar and Caspian fucking killed a dragon together.
Yeah.
Like, what absolute fucking badasses.
yeah.
All right. But yeah, like they have the title of Dragon Slayer now.
Yeah.
So does Merc.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah,
So-
like they're kings and queens that not kill the dragon. Eventually they will get married. It takes a little bit, I'd say, quicker time than it does Tommy and Merc because, you know, they're humans and they only have so much time.
Can I be a dragon rider then, since I rode in on Merc?
Yes.
Sure.
I like to imagine that like Marish, like once in a while has called me for favors, and I'm like, yeah, what's the emergency? Oh, nothing. It's just like their birthday party, and they've never got to see a dragon before.
That is fucking
Marish would totally
Um,
do that.
Yeah.
So, Merc, you, Caspian will make you his best man.
Oh, now I feel so
Aw.
bad leaving him out of my wedding party.
Merely
That changes things.
Oh,
We get married
shit.
after he is part of the wedding party.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. But like, he's just like, you're the first one that was like accepting of me within the group and everything like that, and like, so he felt like really connected to you, and making him feel like it was okay to start doing things like where he was pursuing Briar more, and so he's like, okay, cool, this is good.
Oh my goodness.
Turok is the priest. Well, no, it's up to.
It would be up to Briar.
Yeah, it'd be up to Briar
Yeah.
of who she wants to have. That be the like.
Because it could be Farron or
Yeah.
Tommy as
All right. That's when Farron and Tommy fight over.
Yeah.
That's like that's like a whole freaking battle royale sequence right there.
And then Marish does it.
Um,
And then
Doesn't know
Marish
what
does
he's
it while
doing.
they're fighting. Yeah.
Doesn't know what he's doing, but he does it anyway.
Oh, Tommy doesn't want to marry Caspian anyway. She's like, I will be her.
oh no, you're the maid
But
of honor.
does she
Yeah.
want to? Yeah.
Duh.
But oh, there
I
you
am
go.
the maid of honor. I will slay any other woman out there who thinks they're standing
that-
next to my lady.
Oh, and then Farron would just be like, "Okay, then I will continue to fulfill my role." And so yeah,
but
here
So-
with the lurk. Thank you for the
they'll-
lurk.
oh, thank you.
This is a Q&A. If you have any questions about the campaign, or if this is your first time, welcome. We're gonna ask
Hey,
questions
it's
very
Christopher
soon.
the Bear. How was your stream, my guy?
Merc
Oh.
has one little thing that I forgot to bring up.
Hmm.
This is like a 1-day adventure quest, or like even like 2-day at max, of when he finally comes to terms with like, I'm not going to do all this monk training to live forever. He's
Hmm.
like, you know, I'm just gonna go look for the Fountain of Youth. Like, what's the worst that happens? And he just like goes on a hike for like 2 days looking for the Fountain of Youth.
Farron would fucking join you.
Would he?
But
Yeah.
you
It's just
would.
a camping trip. My
Oh, then
dudes.
it turns into like a week guys trip, pretty much.
Yeah. Farron, because Farron, this is another thing.
All right.
Farron comes to terms with his mortality whenever he realizes he's getting older too, in the same vein, and he's just like, "What the fuck am I gonna do?" Like,
Hey Dono, do we find the Fountain of Youth?
All right. Well, I'm gonna see like where you guys' story goes.
Dude,
so
this is
roll
no, this
me,
is gonna be a fucking one
roll
shot.
me an investigation.
Oh my god.
Each one of
Also,
you. It's gonna be intelligence based. You're finding things,
Tommy
my
is like, she's not telling Merc to be careful. She's like on top of Farron going, you need to make sure he's careful. Do not let him eat like dangerous mushrooms. Make sure you have like cure wounds, remove curses. I don't even fucking know what you need to prepare for your spell slots.
I've got it covered. Don't
He
worry. about
doesn't know. You know how you have lots of children? He is like all of them in one person.
Even the 5-year-old?
Yes.
That is very unfortunate. Okay, well,
Deeply
then
disturbing.
okay.
That is deeply disturbing.
That
Merc
is
rolled a
deeply
14.
disturbing.
Yeah.
Oh
rolled a
my
14.
god.
Yeah.
Farron.
16
Okay,
means
fair,
two.
go.
Farron rolled. Oh, I have advantage.
Do you?
Never mind. I'm taking my original roll. I rolled an 18 on the die, and then I rolled a nat 1. So I'm taking an 18 plus 2, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay.
We rolled pretty good,
You
Dono.
guys find out that with a bunch of rumors going around, especially being near Shallows or being
Oh
in
my
Shallows,
God.
Merc, that Droog has for some reason weird like dungeons and temples and shit like that that just pop up in the desert, and eventually and like ooh, but okay, hi, thank you. My son's just giving me pillows. Oh, stop.
Oh, I see it.
No more. Oh, buddy. Okay,
Whoa.
you're good.
That's enough slices.
It's
I just have all
enough
these pillows now.
slices!
He almost, I thought he was spilling my soda on my computer, which was bad. My bad. But to continue, Droog, like the Desert of Droog,
Yeah.
like always is hiring adventurers to go to that venture and like look at the temples and to find things. And so like, and there's always hugely magical things inside the temples and like treasure. The only catch is that part of the treasure needs to go back to the kingdom, and that's one of the big things that Droog is known for, and how they do their trade is that they like just have magical shit show up.
You have a wife that you need to live forever for.
Yeah.
I have a town that I need to live forever for. This is our chance.
Let's find the Fountain of Youth. Let's do
Okay.
this.
It's just the two of you.
They just have fucking I know exactly. Farron and Merc built a really strong like buddy bond ever since the moment that they fought in the fight pit in the Shadowfell.
Yes.
That was the moment that Farron looked at Merc and Merc looked at Farron, and they realized they had a lot in common when it came to like this almost like a brotherhood formed. So
Farron
he'll
and-
occasionally
Yeah. No, Farron
Go.
and Merc are the definition of every buddy cop movie. Like,
yeah, pretty much.
It's a bit Dumb and Dumber, but a little bit
Oh my
smarter.
God. It's the Blues Brothers.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
I love that movie.
So Donna, do we find the Fountain of Youth?
We'll find out next campaign.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
Because that sounds like a fun quest that you guys might be able
We
to
should
find.
absolutely do a one shot.
Yeah.
That needs
And
to be
we're
a one
constantly
shot.
Well, what do you mean? Like,
That
you
needs
guys
to
just
be
put
a
yourselves
fucking-
literally 20
that
years in
needs
the
to be a
future being like,
that needs to be a
need
campaign
to
arc for the next campaign.
listen, I have like a couple different quests and whatnot that I have ideas for of things that you guys can go do and then find other things. It's
Mm-hmm.
just kind of up to you whether or not you guys want to do them or if you guys find other things.
The next party's gonna come across a tavern with a help wanted poster of just the
It's like you guys actually go to Silvercrest and then go
Find
to
adventure.
Victory and go to the tavern. And it's just like help wanted. My husband's are missing.
Oh my God!
Missing
our
husbands.
are missing. Oh
no.
no!
Tommy
No,
is, like,
not missing.
Would go out hunting, and
Oh my
Cherry
God.
would.
I was gonna
be
say they just call me to find them.
Yeah. It
Well,
would be
here's the
like-
fun fact: there's like almost no trees in Droog, so you
Oh,
wouldn't be able to tree straight there.
I'd be
God.
gathering the forces. I'd be like,
I also love the fact that if Merc went missing, Merc's mom will be talking to Tommy like, he gets kidnapped all the time. You're gonna have to get used to it if you're married to him.
Yeah, pretty much.
God.
high
All right.
anxiety.
So to continue with Caspian, I guess. I don't know. They get married.
Yeah.
I think they have like maybe a kid or two.
Mm.
Like it's not like a huge thing within the relationship to have like a bunch of kids. But just so they have like the next generation set aside. Now let's talk about like in Caspian, like they're just happy. Like that's their whole thing. Caspian's a very supportive husband, net towards Briar and whatever she wants to do. And within the kingdom, he definitely will let Briar rule her king, like just step back and just be like, this is your kingdom. I just came into it. So, and let her have that power and not like try and force himself to do or force other things to happen. Their kids train with the Winter Wolves, and something that I was going to tell Briar is as she focuses and wields the weapon more and more, she learns how to transform into a Winter Wolf as a awakening of the weapon and attuning to it more and more. So she gains the ability to take on the spirit of Armando within the weapon and be a Winter Wolf for a little bit of time. And so that becomes one of her powers on top of everything. So Caspian becomes a chill dad. Let's talk about your kingdom, shall we? Right.
Well, it's really Briar's the only one that stays in it from how it
Yeah.
looks.
Yeah, that's true. Well, that and
I mean, we
Farron.
would visit from time to time.
Yeah.
I would
absolutely.
assume
There it
it's
is.
all.
So yeah,
Um,
Briar being the main one. Farron's town is in the kingdom,
Okay, yeah.
but he's not in the main area
Yeah.
of it.
So I'm going to give you a few things, then you guys can kind of figure out what you want to do from there. One, Crawl comes back with the letter of diplomacy to help and build the kingdom of Silvercrest and to be a function of that. With that, Crawl being now a friend of the kingdom, you guys become kind of something on the radar of Laxos, but then the Show Empire comes in and creates treaties, and then you guys become this tri-power and are brought into the idea that Laxos is actually not a great place. Like the government is not great, and everybody kind of knows about that. Now that's outside, but the thing is that they are the superpower within the three kingdoms, but with a fourth one coming in and now taking this land, there is now this ability of preparation of that you guys can be seen as like a threat to them.
That Crawl, Silvercrest, and Show together combined could
like with combined things and like the continued growth,
overthrow.
but it's not. I don't know if it's like an overthrow. They're more talking about like taking the individual that's in power, the Emperor of Laxos, out, because they know that he hasn't been seen for a very long time, and that he's been in power for almost 1,000 years now. So
that's interesting.
And they have theories of like how they are able to control the massive undead army and everything like that. And that one thing that you guys would know is that, or find out, is that there hasn't been any major wars within Valmira. Like there hasn't been any open wars. It's all like everything that's ever done is done in like mostly secret. Yeah, I was like secretity. I'm like, no, it's just secret.
Secrecy.
In secrecy, yes, in secrecy, where it is like a chessboard.
Oh,
and you
Hydra,
guys have entered into the chessboard.
I just finished my coffee.
You just finished your coffee?
Yeah.
Oh, what
Do
a shame.
Do I hydrate with this?
Yeah, go for it.
What is it? Oh,
Rum.
oh no.
Oh,
I can open it.
Oh, hidey, didey, 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 didey.
Other than that, it's mostly up to you guys what you guys do from there on. Obviously, you've built a town. There's another town that is constructed between you and the Frost Expanse, which, if you remember, is where the mutants live. The mutants have now integrated themselves into more of the populace.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so you guys may
absolutely.
see mutants in the next campaign because they're going to stay more within Silvercrest. But like with you guys being in the other places and stuff like that, then yeah. You guys open up into trade with Crest, with Shallows as well, or with the Show Empire, allowing trade into like forestry, boating, basic foods and supplies. You guys find that you're able to grow certain things, and healing crystals becomes something that you guys are able to create. That is something that was within the Isles of El campaign. So it's a bit more expensive here, but because you guys are the only kingdom that are able to construct it. But that becomes one of your major trade things to be able to continue gaining gold, because you can't live off of the gold that was just for the dragon there. You have to get trade going.
I was gonna say I like to think that Blaze, when he was here for that one shot, he dropped a healing crystal somewhere near there, and someone found it, learned how to replicate it.
Yeah, eventually, yeah. But it's something that happens within, because of the magical flow from Crawl and the crack and the massive crack from the Nine Hells, and the magical, just like the magical spill that helps to create the crystals within the Devil's Maw cave. So yeah, it just became like a perfect little like mine and ground to be able to grow magical potions and crystals and things like that.
Damn it, Blaze! Why are you always
Other
so
than
careless to drop
that,
shit where it grows?
I think you guys are good.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Can I spit
Okay.
out
Yeah,
a
go for it.
question for like the players
Yeah.
and Donna?
Yeah.
I would love just like, what were your guys' like, if you could pick one moment from this campaign of like, this is my favorite, what are you?
Jesus. Oh God.
How do we want to do this? We want to roll initiative for it.
I was, if somebody just has an, sure, actually, yeah, let's roll initiative.
let's roll.
Wait, can
Okay,
we roll
no.
initiative just a d20, because I have a +5, and that means I'm most likely.
Yeah, just a straight. It's just rollies.
Yeah, just
at this point.
a d20.
That's
16.
That's a 6.
I got an 11.
2.
2 gang.
2 gang. Oh
Excuse me.
God.
Look, I'm sorry. It just comes on. It just comes on all of a
Okay.
sudden.
So we've got.
got a
Also,
6.
I'm ordering pizza.
So someone got 16. I got an 11. Dippy, you got what?
6.
Oh, 6, 5, Tommy, and then Dadley.
All right,
All right,
Monk.
5, Raquel. God, your name is just Tommy on there, so my brain just goes Tommy.
So I have to say, my favorite moment in this campaign is everyone knew Marish's trials and tribulations up to this point, when he could finally stand up to that damn lich, deal as much damage, and have faith that, knowing he was going to die that next round, that you guys would take care of him.
Oh.
That was my favorite moment, just knowing that I had gotten myself close friends and I was giving it my all to make sure you guys didn't have to worry. So that was my favorite moment, was just being able to do that for you guys.
Beautiful.
I love that.
Sensational.
my God.
Donna?
Oh shit, it's my turn. Fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
God, there's so many good parts. Merc, you coming up with the I skinned my knee. That was fucking hilarious for me. I absolutely fucking loved how emotional the Shadowfell ended up being for
Oh my God.
everybody.
Oh my God, yes.
Just all of it.
But like Dippy, the growth that you went through as a character, going through the trial of the 2 wolves and not being able to do much of anything in the fight besides just doing your own physical battle with yourself, and then having that translate into your character for like the rest of it, you taking that was such a big fucking moment that I love that I was just like able to give that kind of situation, and you grew so much off of it. Like, and you took so much as a character from it. I also loved when Raquel came into the campaign and just became this whole, like, everyone's just like, mommy, okay.
Gangster mom.
And like, to be honest, Raquel was meant to be just like a guest, and then everybody was just like, nope, you're staying.
Yeah, had to stay.
It was like an
Fucking
adoption.
gangster mom
It was a
had to
forced
stay.
adoption.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got force adopted too,
Mhm.
which makes sense for our characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, is it me?
Let me see here. Is there anything else that I want to say?
652. Oh no.
Well,
wait.
Donna's still going.
Yeah.
Dono, yeah, go.
Yeah, because I'm trying to give like favorite, because I've got a lot as a DM. You guys do a lot of cool shit.
You definitely, do you have one? You did 2 individual ones.
Yeah, I did. So Tommy's, Farron's, Merc, your skin knee, fucking absolutely gold.
Oh.
For Briar, the fact that like we all know how fantasy rolls, and the fact that
Oh
like
my God.
the very end session, everything comes together. She fucking kills a dragon.
Yeah.
I loved her one shot where she like went through everything, and even though like everybody was just like going back and forth, she was still able to like take those moments where it was hers and like make it powerful and whatnot. The fact that you guys all worked together to get Yip back to their senses, and you were fighting, it's just like, what the fuck do we do? What the fuck do we do? And like then Fantasy like messaging me and being like, is it this? And I'm like, yes, it is. And yeah, Marish, honestly, I loved your character since the very fucking beginning, and the fact that you've just been this agent of chaos that's let me like tell the story a little bit, like you pulling the card out of the chest really quick before Jerry could pull you away.
So I've always been an analytical player. I overanalyze. I've always played a gruff, kind of rough backstory, and just giving me the opportunity to play the chaotic, joyful kid-like character from a safe background. That was wonderful to me.
Yeah, I love that. Fucking Yip, just being this this mute character, but still having such an impact on just the party.
Oh God, I cried when she died.
And the moment, and like the fact that you guys ended up finding like a moment where you could learn to do sign language and work with them, and like you guys took that and were just like, yeah, we're gonna like allow that communication open up, and then Tommy jumping in and doing the mind link and finally allowing Yip to be able to talk. Like beautiful. And like it was like this whole thing of like as a group you guys came together in these little moments to be able to just like help build and grow each other's characters, and it was beautiful. I loved every single time you guys worked together to be able to not like, and it wasn't even like inside of fights and stuff like that. You guys worked together to build each other's characters up and to get to know each other better. And it was beautiful, and I loved it to see it, and my players and just you guys in general. Bravo, fucking bravo on that.
So
shit,
it's already
dude.
been done once, but I'm gonna do it as well. Dono, you tell an amazing story. You have the ability to break our hearts and build them back up again. Thank you for giving the opportunity giving us the opportunity to play this campaign with you, and I'm excited to go into the next one.
Ditto. I couldn't say it any better myself.
Trito? Would that work?
Trito.
Oh, God. All right. Who's next after me?
That
Dippy.
would, yeah.
Dippy, go for it.
God, dude. I loved the two wolves moment. I loved that like so much. I hated it, but I loved it because I knew that if I had failed it, I would have like lost Farron as a character like almost entirely.
You had a lot of moments where you could have lost Farron. There was a lot
Yeah.
of close calls because of
Yeah, I did.
everything. But yeah,
But in general, oh God, I loved that moment. I loved the as much as it was painful in the moment of the session happening, the moment when Marish pushed the button in the temple, and then nothing happened, and then I went outside, and you just immediately like there was a look between me and you, Dono.
Mhm.
Like I looked directly into your eyes, and you just smiled a little bit, and I was like, "There is no fucking way." And I looked up, and then you said it. You recall your vision, and I'm like, God damn it, dude! What
You
that
were so mad at me.
that was probably, as a DM myself, that was the moment where it was like, holy fucking shit. Like pulling that back from the like I had almost forgotten at that point in the campaign, I had almost forgotten about the reason why Farron left the tribe. Like, and then pulling it immediately back to that was, I was so proud as a player. As Farron, I was fucking irate. Like, and the whole like almost the almost downfall between Farron and Marish in that moment was a good moment. Just like story wise, but then like pulling it back, obviously.
Oh man, that at that moment there, I was, as a player, I was not upset for my decision. That was a good decision to try and identify that. But as a character who constantly gets himself into trouble for touching things, it broke Marish's heart.
That was the one that
it broke his heart, because all he was trying to do is help in a way he knew was helpful.
Yeah.
And then something bad happened. And it was just, again, he's like, I'm doing this, and it was supposed to be so something like this didn't happen. And then it happened. It broke. It oh my God, it broke my heart.
Farron was so like, but then there was that moment of understanding of like, it was a vision Farron had. It had to happen at some point.
Marish almost went off on his own to deal with the island in that moment.
Right.
He was so close.
You did start walking off. Like you're just
and
like,
then Farron was like, wait, hold on, wait. And just, all right, now you're coming with us, and picking him up and putting him on my shoulders just to take him out of that mindset. That whole episode, the end of that episode and the beginning of the next one was a great moment in general. But if I had to pick one, that one was probably my one favorite, but a very close runner-up is coming across the sword and realizing, hang on a second. And then it's just literally like everyone else is just being like, well, I tried. And then Farron is just like, I'm just going to concentrate on this sword for like more than just one like swift pull. And then
don't forget, Marish had to help you with that.
Yeah.
He did. There was,
I also love the moment that like Tommy and Nutbriar were just like, all right, we're just gonna get wine drunk. Like,
Tommy and Briar were wine drunk in the back of the cart having a picnic.
Yeah. And
as Marish just passes out and you're just frozen there in place, so they're just sitting there drinking, watching us.
What do you think's going on?
Yeah.
What's going on?
They're doing something up there. I don't know what though. Oh God.
Oh fucking!
The festival was great too.
Yeah.
Tiny moment.
I loved your little curse ring, where you're just like, wait, it took you so fucking long to look at it.
For the viewers at home. After we gotta hydrate. No, that was the
we already did that.
No, yeah. So for the viewers at home, after every single session after he got that sword, Farron would make a roll. Oh, there's Ace.
Hey, Ace.
Ace,
do you want to join the live, my good friend?
every single session after he got that sword, he realized, oh wait, this ring has an investigation check on it, doesn't it? He would roll a goddamn investigation check after every single session trying to crack that DC, and he never did for like 10 episodes. And then when he finally did, it was like, okay, this is what this is, cool. And then for another 10, he was trying to figure out what to do about it. And then Turok just goes and fixes it. Like, what?
That was so, yeah, that moment.
I could not fucking believe it. That ring fucking tormented me. You don't even know how long I was trying to like. I intentionally took a feat to improve my like investigation and my perception skills for that fucking reason.
You never bothered asking any of the fucking magic people for help.
Yeah,
ever.
No, because Farron figured, oh, this is his ring. He's got to figure it out. Like, oh, great,
Stubborn Farron.
Yep.
All right.
Farron's stubbornness was one of my favorite character traits about him, but like, God.
Could have solved a lot more problems a lot quicker if you weren't so stubborn. All right, I believe it's now Raquel's turn.
My favorite moment by far has nothing to do with Tommy, and is definitely Key Farron Mr. Fox showdown.
Oh, God.
Damn it. This was going to be what I was going to talk about.
Fuck you. This is my favorite goddamn moment because it had just been like the first time I really got to play like Key's like very analytical side. Because she's so different than Tommy. Tommy would have just murdered probably and been like, you're just telling me where,
Oh, cool, nice.
yeah, where she is, that's it. Whereas Key thinks everything through before she says it, so it's kind of hard to get on. I just loved getting the chance to just get under your skin a little bit and just piss you off. And then like also I feel like that was the moment she's like, okay, I feel a little bit more connected with the party than I had been originally, and I want to help these people. And she really just wanted to help, like, at that moment it became clear she really wanted to help Farron find who he was without falling in to this, I need to gamble this away. So yeah, that was one of my all-time favorite moments.
You guys,
good time.
You guys, give me a second. Where's my phone? Gosh darn it. Okay, I gotta kick my. So.
Oh wait, no, I can get rid of mine.
Yeah, do that real quick. I am going to.
Shit, where is it?
Hi, Ace.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Yes.
Hello. Yip yip hooray!
All right.
Hi.
Oh my God.
All right,
Hi.
give me 1 second. Let me get you not showing on chat real
Okay.
quick.
Wait, fix myself. Sorry, Loki finished training. I can't disclose that for legal reasons, but
You're good.
I'm also.
Oh my goodness.
Hi.
Oh my God. Hello.
Hi. So how's it going?
I have
So
missed you so much.
we've missed you too.
Just know this. One of the epilogues for Marish is literally every day he will contact other plane at least once and have a conversation with you about everyone's life story.
Yay.
So Yip lives on.
Yep, you are currently someone living within like the next plane and stuff. But,
That's fine.
we're also going through like what our favorite moments in the campaign were. So
Yeah.
Did I cut anyone off?
No, can you give us one of
Actually-
your favorite moments of the campaign?
I have a lot of favorite moments, but I think my biggest moment would probably be when Yip was finally able to talk and communicate to the party first time. That was a tearful moment for me because it reminds me that like sometimes you just want to be listened to no matter what. And so to actually have my own character have a communication that's well enough that somebody could actually listen to him, it meant the world. It was great. And also, low key, Yip's death was one of my favorite parts too. It was a bitter moment.
That broke. Yeah, that broke. More than one of us left bawling for a little bit.
Mm.
That was a rough one.
I think Raquel did. No, I'm sorry. I think we actually did cut into Raquel. I'm sorry, but we were like reminiscing about your favorite parts as well. So you're okay? Okay, I was just wanted to check with you, Raquel.
Yeah, sorry, I
All
did
right, you're
that.
good.
That's my bad, Tommy.
Mhm. All right,
Rocky,
gangster mom.
gangsta,
Yeah.
gangsta mom.
Gangsta mom.
All right, but yeah. By the way, Merc had sent out like letters for the wedding of Tommy and him, and he had left one in the tree that you had like passed in, and I had said like a couple years later there was a Kenku that showed up with a message from you on the back of the invitation that had the
It's about damn time.
it's the symbol of the gatekeeper that he held. So the individual that picked up your soul and you met in your dream that sent you back, and
The one that I saw at the end of the episode.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Okay.
So
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I wanted to share with him, but I didn't tell anybody, and if I did, I'm sorry.
you're good.
No. You get really.
He's got, by the way, that god has like several different names. It's gatekeeper, the guide, the like
Death the
the
kid.
traveler, or not, it's not the traveler, it's like
I got that reference now.
it's like basically he is death, but he guides people to the next life.
I just came up with a name for the fucking Lady of Luck. A different name.
Oh, you never
Miss-
asked her for her actual name, did you?
I never did, but I have another nickname for her.
Yeah.
Miss Fortune.
Ah,
Done it.
that's good.
Oh my god. Anyway, continue.
That would have probably been a name that her brother gave her to keep people from worshiping her, even though he's chaos.
I
Oh,
thought of another favorite moment because
Oh, yeah.
I'm squishy.
Ace, remind me afterwards, after Tommy, or after Raquel, sorry, to tell you what you lost with the deal that you made with Mr. Luck. But yeah, Raquel,
Okay.
please take the stage.
Oh, key moment that Tommy moment. Yip and Tommy in the Shadowfell having a deep conversation about not having a name on the wall.
Oh
like,
god.
I remember that one.
Yeah, just how it doesn't matter that you may not know your name, but you're still with the people that care for you and they know who you are, and it's not about that overarching something somebody has given you as a name. It's deeper than that.
Yeah. That was really needed to hear that lesson, by the way. So I'm really
So
happy.
that was like, I think that was like the first time I almost cried because I was Tommy loves Yip. That's all. That's it. It's just like that's it.
The time that when Yip and Marish first met and they bonded over chocolate.
Yes. Oh my goodness, I remember that
cocoa
one.
bean.
We had that bit of chocolate toward the end of the campaign and it bailed us out of something.
Yeah.
Was it with
Oh,
Oliver?
When
Yeah, it was with
when
Oliver.
Yeah.
and Merc were trying to sell stuff.
No, I still had one piece left and I gave
Oh.
it to Oliver.
Yep.
Oh, and I don't know if you were there for the bar scene. Yip Yip Hooray is now canon.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's also now an emote.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
The
I
first
literally cried. I literally cried.
the first time Tommy met Yip and Yip just kept saying Yip and Tommy's response of Yep, 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 yep.
Yeah.
Fucking incredible.
It was such a on making that character too. I remember messaging Dono. I sent him the Necromancer shirt, and I'm like, "This is my next character."
Yeah, it
But
was a
here's
whole.
the thing: I'm not gonna be edgy.
And now there's like a Ken and Catling race within the entire their campaign.
Yip was edgy. Yip had a bag of bones named Skelly.
Yeah, but it wasn't like. Hold on. It wasn't like.
It wasn't that edgy. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
It
Oh
was
my
like
god.
it was like
Where art
adorable little.
thou?
It was adorable edgy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like it was like the
emo.
kawaii goth girl that for some reason has like little rat bones around her neck, but like has whatever. Sorry.
It
Yeah,
was witch.
low-key,
It
yeah.
is Louisiana witch doctor edgy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I just was like, how can they make him the happiest little bean with the most depressing backstory and be a-okay with it, and then have an identity?
Mhm.
Well, you nailed that one.
Yep.
Yeah, that one fucking knocked it out of the park.
Mhm.
We do have
God.
one more that we need a favorite moment though.
We got Dadley over there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are you good, my dude?
Um,
You look like you were about to cry.
I am. I am. You kidding me? Yeah. Am I good to go with favorite moments, or y'all still
Yeah.
need
Yeah,
stuff?
I'll
go.
shut up.
Okay. So I have my two big ones are when I got to come back and play as like the kind of bad guy against y'all. It was so much fun to just play against people that I was just playing with, but it was also how do I word that? It was the first time I've ever felt genuine intimidated by how impressive the people I am playing with are at improv. Of like first Tommy's or Key's why are you pathetic? Was a sucker punch. Was a oh my god, I Bradley am not good enough at improv to have a response to this. Immediately followed by Yip's hypocrite.
Oh, yippee!
Yes.
Yippee crit.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, fuck you. By the way, you
It was so much
you
fun.
were a
It's fuck-
dick
I
in that
was.
episode. I loved it, but fuck you.
Mhm.
Oh, it was
Oh
so
my-
much fun
It
playing
was
an
so
asshole.
You
much fun
almost
to
sent
see your
Farron
face
down
on-
a very dark path with
You
Yeah,
that.
and I got to lean into Farron's gambling addiction. Like that's the most asshole thing I did as Bradley.
Yeah.
The bad guy didn't know Farron's gambling addiction,
Yeah.
but
You
I Bradley
did-
was like, no, I'm fucking
You did send Marish down a dark path, and he had to bring it back.
Mhm.
yeah.
He had to fix that at the end.
And then my second favorite moment of like, and not to toot my own horn, but so much fun was playing Merc's realization that he's talking to Tommy's dad, and Tommy's dad can
my
read
God.
thoughts.
Yeah.
The steal of like, oh my god, I'm in love with your
God,
daughter, and I think she's gorgeous, and I don't know what to do right now. And like, that was just so much fun to play.
Fucking incredible.
It's just like,
was fun.
oh god.
Yeah. And then immediately him wanting to throw hands because he thinks his daughter is still like 12. Like,
Mhm. Yeah. It's like, that's my princess, you dick.
It was great just watching you guys play too, from like being able to take that step back and stuff. Yeah, it hurt, it sucked, but like it was definitely worth just taking a break and watching you guys
Mhm.
play. I loved seeing it, and I loved giving you guys the message of remember, Yip loves you, because I do love you guys. And
Just can I just say that how happy I am that you got to come in here even for just a little bit for this
Yeah.
little reminisce episode.
Mhm.
That kind of made my weekend. I had a rough weekend. This made my weekend.
Mhm.
I've missed you guys like crazy. Yes, I'm working for the mouse, and I am so happy that I am. I'm officially working for the mouse now,
Mhm.
but I've just missed you guys so much. You guys cannot believe it. I miss Infora just as much,
Mhm.
mm,
but I still tune in to Curse of Strahd.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. All right.
All right.
Oh my
All right.
goodness.
So what else
Gotta-
is there left to do?
Question time,
Question time.
motherfucker.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's let's start bombarding each other with questions.
Yeah, that's
Donna,
fucking.
what was your favorite part?
Huh?
Dono did
Yeah.
all of his favorite parts.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I missed
Yeah.
He
that.
did
Oh, yeah.
that.
We rolled like a straight D20 to see who went, and then Donna was like the second one. So
All right, roll. We're gonna do rollies, and the person that gets the highest gets to ask a question, and then they will choose somebody else to ask a question.
Okay,
So
y'all are gonna see my puppy.
I can roll for you if you want.
look at that boy!
look at that puppy.
All right.
His name's Cooper.
Mhm.
Oh, sweet.
I went up by one.
Oh my god, dude!
At least Merc rolled well while I had to roll as Merc during this.
All right. Oh
I
my
got a 4. I also have
I'm
to.
not last.
Oh my god!
I got a 4, but I have to run and.
What was the
grab
dice
food.
you were supposed to
All right,
roll?
go grab your food.
Wait,
You're good.
What was the dice?
Yeah, it's just a
D20 roll?
D20. Go. Yeah.
Okay, I got a 15.
Yeah, 15.
I got a nat 20.
oh my god!
I got a 16. I'm like, please don't let me
I'll
ask
send you guys
questions.
a picture here in a minute. I couldn't believe it.
So
All right.
so what? Monk just gets to ask
Matt
everybody.
gets to ask a question to either specifically or to everyone about something about their character, and then you get to choose who goes next.
Oh,
So we're just gonna-
Okay.
if they're quick answers to questions too, he can ask multiple
Yeah.
ones, right?
yeah. We'll say like 2 max. If not one's quick, then he gets a second one. But yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay.
What's something that you've been dying to ask somebody about their character?
Anybody.
One thing I tried to do, I'm going to choose Dippy just because it's on my mind. And
Go on.
when you entered the campaign, you and me literally entered into my mind. You were in my head.
Mm-hmm.
We woke up spooning, and you were such a hard ass, the stubborn hard ass the entire campaign.
Mm-hmm.
I intentionally tried to get you to let loose at times.
Mm-hmm.
Why was Farron such a hard ass?
Okay. Farron.
I'll answer that.
But
He does
the
a lot of
biggest-
squats, so he's got.
that's his hard ass. So Farron, okay,
Sorry.
from the beginning of the campaign, from the beginning of my tenure in the campaign, Farron, I wanted to play into a Goliath's racial traits, like not the little features or traits that they get whenever you make the character. That was a small part of it. Like I only used my Stone's Endurance like a couple of times.
Yeah.
Like when I could have used it nearly every fight if I wanted to. Farron was the embodiment of 2 aspects of a Goliath: competitiveness and like strong will. So but he twisted both of those in one critical way. He was not a part of his tribe when you found him. So Farron is the embodiment of, listen, I want to learn as much as I can, but I want to learn it on my own terms. You need to, like, I'm the one asking the questions, you are the one giving the answers, and I will help you find the answer if it means that I get one. Being a hard ass for all of the campaign, was being stubborn, being hard-headed, was the embodiment of Farron's unwillingness to let off too much about his last vision, which was the island falling. And it was partially out of secrecy. It was partially out of, this guy is just like jumping in. It was also lack of context. I wanted to be as open to the interpretation of the rest of the party as I could be, so not letting on too much about myself at first was that was the main reason.
So one of my biggest things that I didn't like was I got to share a fuckery moment with every single one of you except for Farron. Whenever he dealt with Mare, she was always so much of a hard ass.
Yeah, it was a no nonsense type deal with Farron a lot of the time. And there were moments where there were almost like breakthroughs, but in the moments that almost came to be, something else happened to send him like right back down character wise, just like, oh, never mind, this
Yeah.
happened. So it's
I
fine.
had fuckery with Yip. I had fuckery with Merc. I had fuckery with Tommy and Key, both, but never got Merc or never got Farron once.
Did
Yeah.
you get Mama?
What?
Did you get Mama?
Yes, I had one with Briar
And
as
Briar,
well.
yeah. He was just too tough of a nut to crack.
All right, I'll let you go next since I just bombarded you with that one.
Yeah, no, you're fine. God. Okay, no. Okay, here's the one. I gotta pick Dono for this.
Okay.
Because I briefly mentioned it to you after the finale, but then I told you I would save it.
Mhm.
I made 2 fathers for Farron. The Den father, Lorak, mountain climber, the one that the clan was named after, the one that was the head, the one that was the leader. And I made a birth father too.
Mm-hmm.
I made a birth father named Colnus Skullcrusher. I even went so far as to give you access to his character sheet.
Mm-hmm.
And we had talked about it a little bit. Colnus never showed up.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I only and in the moment it
You
was
spoke
partially
about him a
because
little
Farron
bit.
had a in the moment Farron was more focused on the task at hand, and then the island falling pulled him way off. But we never saw Colnus. We
Mhm.
never interacted with Colnus. I never got a good answer for this question. Where's Colnus?
So
What happened?
after you left, I remember you talking to me about like how he wasn't like you didn't really see him as your father. Like he was your birth father, but he never really
Yeah.
took care of you.
Yeah.
And so that kind of gave me into this idea of like he was there merely for like to be there
Hmm.
and to be like, and he's just like, well, I guess fucking I gotta be here for this kid and that's mine.
Yeah.
But like when you left, he was like, why the heck am I in this tribe? Like that was a big thing for him. It was just kind of like the way that you described your father made me think like, why is he here? Like, why is he in this tribe? Why would he continue being here if he doesn't really care about any of these people? And so like when you came back, it was just like you left and your father just decided, you know what? I don't need to be here anymore. Like if he can leave, so can I.
Hmm.
And so he went off and did his own story. Whether he is alive or not will completely depend on whether or not I want to bring him back. But yeah.
Right.
I mean, you guys not went to the waste. There's fucking deadly ass shit out there.
Mm-hmm. All right.
But yeah.
That works.
Yeah. Sorry. I don't know if that was like super.
Yeah. No, that's
The other thing is
perfectly
that, like-
satisfactory. That
Yeah.
was a perfectly satisfactory
Okay,
answer
cool.
for me. Yeah.
Dope.
All right.
All right.
Cool. Fucking yeah. Dadley. Go for
Yeah.
it, my man.
Yeah.
Oh, ask a
Wait.
question.
Yeah. I'm choosing you to ask next.
Is it all right if I throw a question just like out to
Yeah,
everybody?
that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's going to be a little different for players versus Donald.
Mhm.
Players, if you had to play an NPC for a session that Donald made, what NPC are you playing? And
God.
Donald, if you had to play one of like our characters, who would you want to play?
Well, considering I've had to play almost every single one of your guys' characters except for
That's
Farron,
fair, yeah.
I'd probably choose Farron because he's the only one that I haven't had to play yet.
Over the course of the campaign, you always had to fill in for someone except me.
Yeah.
Eli, no questions asked.
Eli.
Eli.
Fuck, I was gonna say Eli. Fuck. Ah, I would fucking love to play Eli, but oh god.
I'm 100% picking Tommy's dad.
You, that's my character.
Damn it.
Fine, you can have that one. I'll think of another one.
All right.
I would fucking. I mean, I would almost pick one of the people that I made to give to you to the tribe, but that seems like a cop out because I might play them anyway.
Yeah.
I would. I would say the bird guy who ran the inn.
Oh my fucking god! Thank you for bringing that guy up.
What was his fucking name?
Let me see here.
But
let me
yeah,
bring that
the
up.
guy who ran the inn where we eventually found and killed the succubus.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh.
And his
I
two
would-
kids.
Yeah,
Wait, do you remember the 3 like kobolds in a trench coat?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we mentioned them
Do-
earlier.
La di da.
Lottie and
All right.
But
that
I
was
would love
in
to
Farron. No, this is your
inhabit-
backstory.
I would love
Oh
to
shit! I
inhabit
still
that
have
guy's
Farron's
mind.
original backstory saved into my freaking net drafts. God damn.
I do too.
Yeah. I mean,
have
yeah.
my- that's something I would love to do.
Mhm.
Just as a note, is I have my original because
Oh, yeah, it's gonna be
fucking
Elmira.
Yip shared his original backstory with us
It's not Elford
like-
that you guys were in. You guys were in Farrontown. Yeah.
Oh,
almost
yeah, I
completely
forget,
in
like,
full.
character.
It was because your
Shops.
backstory was a fucking poem. I have my original backstory here.
I love writing.
Oh, at the
poetry.
Dirty Bird.
The Dirty Bird, yeah, the
Yeah,
owner of the Dirty Bird.
He's a Gray Falcon type, older avian.
Avian, I would fucking love to
So-
just
I would-
inhabit the mind of Avian for just one
Yeah.
session. Just be like,
Yeah.
hey, why am I here? What are you two doing in my hotel? And why do I all of a sudden have control of myself again? What is happening? Help, please. Like, oh man, because I kind of got a little bit of that with Fumble.
Mhm.
To mention that one shot.
Yeah.
My God. You had
Mhm.
already mentioned it in one of your favorite moments, but
Mhm.
the prison one shot was one of
Yeah.
getting to play Fumble, fucking priceless.
Mhm.
Like, and getting to play with Craig, fucking priceless.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like,
Man's a fucking
Oh.
legend. I can't wait to
would've
play
wanted
with him.
To answer
Yeah.
Dadley's question, I would have wanted to play either the chicken strip or Mama Owens.
oh my God,
I knew you were gonna- I
loved
knew you were
playing
gonna
Mama
pick Mama
Owens so
Owens.
goddamn
Chicken
much.
Stripper and Mama Owens were great.
Writing Mama Owens and then working with Dono to like shape Mama Owens' character.
Mhm. I was so pumped to have her. I was like, yes.
Cherry is a close second on that
Oh,
NBC
God,
list, by the
God.
way.
Dr.
Mhm.
Core was a close second for me.
Oh,
I would have loved to have played Dr. Core.
I think if I'm not playing Tommy's dad, fuck you, Bradley. Because I was like, oh man, like a prologue to that would be great. I want to go back to the very first fling Tommy had with the bar.
oh my god.
maiden
Oh,
with
yeah.
one leg.
Oh,
With the mechanical leg, yeah.
Yeah.
oh my God.
Like I feel like if I was to play her, I can give her like a fucking crazy ass backstory.
What a fucking different time that was
I
for the
know.
campaign, right?
That was when like half of us didn't have trauma for our characters.
Oh, you guys remember the one little halfling that was hitting on that Yip? From
And Yip was trying so hard to flirt.
you
and it
guys
was
both rolled so bad
Oh
on
my
like charisma
God.
checks. Like
I
you got a
remember-
2 and they got a 1. I was like, oh my god, it's perfect.
My God.
It's like two preteens.
responsibility, and we're just like, yeah. So it was like we're gonna flirt with each other, even though we don't want to flirt with each other.
Jeez.
The two preteens who've never flirted before learning how to try to flirt. That's what that was.
So I wanted to talk about the guy at the tavern because he was the first hint of actually Yip's backstory. Because one of the things they talked about was like if you guys did you guys ever actually like just talk to him about his stories and stuff like that? They talk.
Not really. I
So-
don't think we did.
So one of the things that you guys could have done is talk to him, and he would have told you about he would have talked your ears off about Legends of the Sky and his old home where he lived within the air and clouds and stuff. He
Oh,
is an original individual of Erlotis
Oh
who moved out and then never learned about what the heck happened.
Oh my God.
wow.
Well, he's gonna find out now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well, he's figured it out
Somebody's
now.
got to go back and tell him.
Well, I mean, he's kind of figured it out by now, but yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, like that was And you guys never really talk to him or anything like that.
Just
Surprised your
how
family and friends from back home are dead.
Yeah, just imagine fucking how cataclysmic of an event those two islands falling was for everyone. In
Right.
Well, one
fucking-
island evaporated
yeah,
in out of thin air, and then the other one just fell.
right. But
Like-
regardless,
Mm-hmm.
an island appearing out of nowhere and an island appearing out of like falling out of the sky had to have been seen for like anywhere on the globe. You would have seen that, or at least from anywhere on the continent you would have seen, even just for a little like tiny rock just falling. Like, oh, I wonder what that is. Ah!
Imagine the tsunami
God,
that ensued.
right?
Yeah.
We never talked about that, but
No.
I feel
Also-
like the people that were like high leveled wizards or sorcerers or
Mhm.
anything that had control water would just be like right up there.
Yeah.
Kind of like make a dam, kind
Fucking-
of like make
fucking
move.
Katara that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Bradley,
Mm-hmm.
you were
Oh, I was gonna say I'll throw the question over to Ace. By the way,
Okay.
ah.
Okay. So I guess I don't really have that many questions because it's been so long. Now I have that song stuck in my head. Goodness gracious. Why? FNAF, why?
It's any question that you want to ask to anybody or to any of the players or me about anything that you guys went through
Yeah.
that you didn't get quite enough like information about, or you were just curious and never got to get that curiosity answered.
Okay, so I guess Donna, this one would be a little bit for you. Actually, I'll shoot it out to whoever is comfortable making it. But what was the big inspiration for characters, or for Donna, I guess in this case, what was the big inspiration for the story in general?
I can do this one really fast.
I can too.
100% just Cosmo from the Fairly Odd Parents.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's why his real name's Cosmo. That's why he loves his wife deeply. That's why he's an idiot. He's just Cosmo from the Fairly Odd Parents.
Oh my god.
I love it too much.
Tommy's Raquel's just like, oh my fucking god, I'm Wanda.
Oh my god.
You're even green headphones, pink shirt. You're Cosmo and Wanda right now.
I'm gonna find my Jorgen von Strangle.
Oh my god.
So-
Farron was pretty quick too. Farron was just like, I almost never have like a fully fleshed out idea for a character until I see like a combination that I can make with something. And with Tasha's having just come out recently, by the time Dono invited me to the game, I was like, okay, I'll just look in Tasha's for something. And then I looked and I was like, what new subclasses could I look at? And I found Oath of the Watchers. And I thought, oh, the Oath of the Watchers, that's like, that ties into like visions and stuff. That's something I would love to explore. So with his original backstory, it was just like, what could this character have done to have joined this party? Not to have entered into a contract with these friends or whatever, to just like join them from the very beginning. What could he be doing? What could he have gone away from that he would end up here? And so I thought, oh, he had visions because he was a realm gazer, and his last vision scared the hell out of him, so he ran away. And like, just the story of a runaway, and a scared little runaway, you know. That
Plain
was
and plain and simple. I've never played a fun, happy character.
Oh my god!
I wanted to do it. I'm always stoic and gruff, so I wanted to play a fun, happy character.
Dono needed a chain member, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'll guest. Because I like playing rogues.
I
And
love
then
that like, our friendship kindled from that. To the fact that you moved to my home state, and now I'm currently living in your home
I
state.
know.
And I forgot to bring your dice, so now they're just sitting on my set, like I got her Doge Queen dice.
Oh yeah.
And they're in my room.
Mhm.
In my
Gonna have to come, and I'll pick you up at the jet port. It's fine.
I would still have to go home and grab them.
Ouch.
Just buy new ones. It's fine. Just keep the other one.
Same as Dippy though. Tasha's had just came out.
Tasha's are good.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
was like,
Tasha's is
I want to
good.
play a goddamn psychotic rogue. And then I just didn't want to. I'm like the type of player that always plays like really thoughtful, introspective, like has to protect. Well, I'm still playing that like has to protect people, but it's always like think first, act later.
I do have to correct you on something. You mean psychotic rogue?
Yeah, yeah.
Psychotic, psionic.
So I was like,
Psych-
I want to play somebody that's loud
Mm-hmm.
and just
I love it.
yeah.
It just worked. It just worked.
It
I
just
also love that you have an entire family for Strahd.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Oh,
when I
that
found
was an accident. I didn't. Well, no, it wasn't an accident. The playing the whole family has become an accident.
Mm-hmm.
God.
That just kind of that's
Well,
a
Dono, we're waiting.
Okay, like what
What was it?
inspired me to do
I
the
inspired you to do the story, the news story, and things like that. So I know at the beginning of the campaign we had a little bit of a rocky bump, but
so
now we're
this entire campaign, I will admit, besides like the first arc, is just me flying by the seat of my pants. And just like taking your guys' amazing backstories and not being like, what can I craft with this? Like I knew, Ace, I knew that your background or your backstory would have been the last one. Because at the time you had told me, like you had given me the poem and I was just like, oh, I can craft all this shit out of it. But it's like, I can't make this the first thing though, because it's way too hard. Like you guys, like it was a blight lich that I had planned. I'm like, Ace is gonna end up growing and building, or Yip is gonna grow and build with the whole party, and then when everybody's comfortable with each other and everybody's built, Ace's backstory gets dropped, and it'll be the most like I knew it was gonna be like an extremely stressful point for everybody, and I didn't want to like just throw that right at the beginning, but at first. Like my original idea was that you guys were going to go to Laxos and then travel up to the swamp and deal with some of the demons that are up there and help Marish out. But you were also going to deal with like a mystery in Laxos. I was going on. Like you were going to meet the chain. You were going to meet like a bunch of different fucking things. Huh? What was that?
weren't interested in Laxos at all.
No, you weren't. Not at all. Not in any fucking way. And I was just like, once the frog, or once Nikolai?
Nikolai.
No, Nikolai got
Yeah.
away. You guys were just like, all right, we
I
gotta
was-
find him. We
I-
gotta kill
I-
him.
I was out for blood at that point.
Yeah,
There
and I was just like, well, I took all my notes that I had made, and I'm just like, well, I guess they're going the opposite direction of what I wanted this campaign to go. So tossed it, and I'm just like, all right, let's go for it. And so I just started like crafting as things that went along, and by the time I think like Dippy had shown up, I think like 3 episodes in, I was like, all right, I've basically got this campaign planned now. And I had like basically not been like, okay, they're like, I had gotten ideas, and it just took you guys getting to the different areas and whatnot for things to activate. Like the werewolf thing with Tommy, that would have happened, like that could have happened in several different areas, to be honest. But when Dadley was just like, hey, can I keep playing with you guys? I'm like, fuck yeah, you can. Stick around. And I'm like, all right, let's figure out a way to get you into this story. I'm like, all right, cool.
Bang.
But yeah, like this whole campaign has been a very big me learning how to improvise and build the world and like explore and like see what you guys give me and then just reacting off of you. And I've grown a lot as a DM because of you guys. Like I have become so much more of a DM, and I feel so much more confident with like whatever. That's why next campaign, I'm not going to rush it. You guys can do as you wish. You guys will level up as you do things that accomplish. And if you guys want to take an entire session to like RP, fucking go for it, or you explore the world and ask questions. Like
Mhm.
when you guys talk to Historian, I didn't expect you guys to take almost like half the session, if not 3/4 of it,
Yeah.
just asking lore thing. I'm like, oh, you guys are actually really interested in this stuff. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Like I
Yeah.
expect to have like a couple different like things like that, and not just be like
Mhm.
allowing you guys to just go and just have fun and just. I want you guys, like, I have the world basically set up enough that you guys can just go and run free. And that's what I have planned.
Yeah.
Like, I want
Pretty
you
cool.
guys to feel
What's
free.
yeah, something too that was amazing, and it's something that I got to witness instead of actually play for a favorite moment. Because actually, and if Donna, you're okay with me mentioning it, you messaged me at the end of the campaign for the session and stuff, and you just poured your heart, and I was like, I knew you had a great time. I unfortunately wasn't able to watch the entire end of the stream, but like just knowing that you trusted me with that information about how you actually were able to finish the end of the campaign and how we as a channel were able to finish the campaign. Just, that was an amazing feeling, and I was so happy for everybody that was in the production for it.
It was definitely a big moment for me because I don't know, it just felt good that I've made such great friends. And
It's
just
also just
people.
the fact that someone enjoyed something that you worked hard to create
Mhm.
and then play along with, and then everyone within that circle create it with you. Because it's not just one person, but everybody
Mhm.
that's involved with it. Instead of being treated equally when it comes to creating this wonderful story that we all were a part of, we were all treated fairly, and it was great that the dice were able to help us out with that. It was great that we had someone to help guide us with the rules for it.
Well, you say the dice help us out with that.
Yeah.
That's everyone except for Briar.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
it's
Like,
unfortunate.
They came in handy. She killed a dragon by her fucking self with, well, I
Mhm.
mean, her and her boyfriend killed a dragon by themselves.
Yeah.
That was fucking dope. I hate the fact that we didn't like point that out. It's like, you guys just killed a dragon,
Yeah.
like on your own.
It's like, yeah, we killed the dragon. We're too mad and sad.
And then everybody else is just like, fucking lich.
God damn it.
But yeah.
We gotta go. Like it's like,
Oh.
but dragon.
That was the adrenaline, though. That's the adrenaline rush.
Oh. No, never mind.
All right. Since I was asked a
Yes,
question, right?
Tommy,
Oh, it's Tommy. Hmm.
yeah, last but not least.
Raquel, go for it. What questions do you want to
Give
ask?
you some time to shove your face with food.
She's like, I've
You
got a little
fight.
sweet here. Little.
Listen, Brickyard Hollow has become. This is not sponsored. So good.
They're so good.
Their wings are so good, and their pizza's so good.
I wish we could be sponsored by them. Oh my gosh.
I'm just shoving food in my face.
Okay.
I
Good
have
food, though.
two that I'm kind of like. I might just ask two because I want to, and you can't stop me, and I'm the last person. Because it's two basically everybody. I want everybody to tell me, and Donna, you'll have to pick an NPC.
Mm-hmm.
Don't specify any extra information about this. One secret your character has kept. Can be silly, can be stupid, can be anything. One secret. Don't explain it. Just say it.
Okay.
Oh fuck.
The other question, so if you want to think about that one for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what this is also an everybody question. What was your oh shit backup character?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay.
Well,
Well, I can answer the first thing for you. I'm gonna describe the secret in one word: sheltered.
Say that one again.
Say that one more time.
Sheltered.
shelter.
Sheltered.
Sheltered.
Oh
Sheltered.
my god.
No context.
And no context. Just could be a
Sheltered.
short phrase. could be
Fantastic.
anything.
John has an idea.
Okay.
Can I do like a 5-sentence explanation? Is
Go
that
for it.
okay?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Grew up in a brothel, but still didn't understand what the brothel is for.
Oh.
God.
I
And my
have
oh,
I have two
Okay.
for the secret one. One of them is closer to the end. Farron. I don't know if this is as much of a secret as it is like just like in the last episode when Farron had the opportunity to use like a wish charge to bring Yip's spirit back and he let go. Farron was so completely, he was fighting himself so hard. That was the hardest thing Farron ever had to do because he had the solution to a problem in his fucking hand, both of his hands. He had the Yip spirit in one and the thing that could bring him back in the other. And the fact that he didn't tore him up so fucking hard that the crying at the end was partially real. Like for me as a player and as a character, that it was both.
I feel like it was good for Yip not to come back, though.
Yeah, like
I
it
feel
was
like-
obviously the right thing to do, was not to do it, but. And the other one.
Oh, is that for the oh shit character?
No. The other secret is
Oh, the other secret.
Farron did steal something, but he never explained to anyone who he had stolen from or what he had done. He took something.
Now I want to know who.
This is why it's a good question, because you don't get to know.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm
Wait,
also going to say two secrets. The first one is like in character as Merc. If you were to ask him what's your secret, he'll be like, I don't know how to spell treasury.
I watched
Um,
that. I was dying of laughter. I was in line for McDonald's, and like the lady was like, "Are you okay?"
Oh my god! Oh my god! Treasury.
Merc's actual secret is that he wishes he's never been a part of the gang. He wishes other people adopted him, and he feels a little bit like a weapon.
Oh my god!
He will never admit that to anybody. Nobody would ever know that. But yeah, he feels like he was kind of raised to be a weapon more than a kid.
Oh my god!
Oh,
And I never had a backup character. I was here as a guest. I kind of figured if I die, I die. Bye, y'all. It was have fun. Like,
Oh no!
Wow!
Daddy.
Oh my god!
I would have
I've
told
never
you
had a
make a
backup
fucking
character.
backup character, you piece of
Yeah,
shit.
I remember I did have a backup character, and I used it for the one shot for rescuing Mama Wolf. It was that druid, and I was like, "What is the most disgusting character that I could make that was also equally good?" I was like, "Ooh, bugs seem cool.
Oof.
Let me
Ooh.
just kill some people with termites and
Oh my
creepers."
god!
Oh my
Stop
god!
saying it to Tommy
Uh,
or Kel. I'm sorry.
Secret.
Also, I wanted her to speak kind of like like how like a lot of snakes in cartoons talk. So kind of like this.
mhm.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my god!
But yeah, be happy you
Alright.
didn't get that character.
So backup character would be College of the Swords Bard, because fuck you, Dono. If you're gonna kill me, I'm gonna fuck with you.
Love it.
Secret. I don't really have a good secret, but I will say that there is something I intentionally did with the dragon pepper flakes.
You're causing all of us to have diarrhea.
I intentionally put that on everything so that way I could see the funny shit that happened when you guys failed the con saves.
Oh my god!
I literally I had a million. I have an entire sheet of cookbook shit that I have gathered materials for that I have yet to use because I got those pepper flakes and watching funny shit happen when people failed the con saves was
I was
just
like,
too
when
good.
are you gonna use
Oh
that
my
cookbook?
God.
And I'm like, God damn it.
And
We even went on a full mission to get the frickin' troll ribs for me to make those for everybody, and I didn't because I got those dragon pepper flakes and they were too fucking funny not to use.
Why do I feel like dragon pepper flakes is literally just like ghost pepper flakes?
Oh,
You guys are fucking welcome. It
Wow.
was hilarious and you all loved it.
Yeah.
so the dragon pepper flakes is made of like shredded red dragon scales
Oh my
and
god.
peppers. Like,
Remember when I farted a fucking line of fire
Yeah.
into the
Yeah.
air 30 feet? Funny
yeah.
shit happened. I used it every time after that because of that.
mhm.
Love it.
By the way, as well, the person that gave you that was a gold dragon.
Oh my god.
Like,
Oh my
you
Really
get, like he
question,
was a
yeah.
really old gold dragon.
fucking incredible.
Yeah, he was fucking cool.
Do we get to know a Tommy secret?
Ooh.
Oh.
Tommy was the one that asked the question though.
That's true.
Which, you know, you answered your own question too.
Tommy never intended to have any form of any sort of actual relationship with anybody.
Ooh.
Ooh.
What
I don't
can I
Rough.
say except you're welcome?
I made her to be wild and kind of crazy. And she just
And you fell in love with two
detached.
children.
No, fuckers. Guess I'm fucking mom now.
Mm-hmm. That was like a lovely little like thing that the group just gave you during your first session. That was like a
Exactly.
character gift.
Side note, tried to flirt with Briar every fucking session.
Oh my god.
Told Emily, I was like, Emily, are you okay? If she's like, yeah, go for it. I was like, okay.
You didn't ask me if I was okay with the flirting.
Oh my god.
Started it.
I didn't think I started it. Oops.
Yes, you did.
100% started it. Like from the
100%.
moment you jumped in.
Can I also say I have a little one as a character too, not as a character, as a player too.
Mm-hmm.
You know those moments we talked about where Farron almost lost himself?
Mm-hmm.
During one of those moments, and I won't say which one, during one of those moments, I fudged a roll.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I won't say which one.
I have
That's
an
a good
idea.
question.
What it was.
If you,
Has anyone else fudged rolls?
So
my rolls are just.
I plead the fifth.
we know you did. So there was the role in persuading Kurakura that I was actually being faithful to him when I asked the Lady of Luck for help.
Are you serious?
Okay, so I succeeded. I got a natural 20 on the roll. I would have succeeded to persuade him. I wanted to see what happened, so I said I got a nat 1.
Oh my
is-
god.
I wanted to see what happened.
Oh my god.
This is
I
kind
did
of
that.
Yeah.
I don't want to pull heartstrings.
Oh,
but
no.
I did fudge one, and that one was one of the death saving throws for you.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I wanted.
I didn't
it was-
intend for this to happen. I didn't want people to say
You
which
asked
ones
the
they
question.
fudged.
There was a point where I was like, I feel like this group really needs a drive for something.
Oh
And
my
that was before I told Dono I was okay with you dying early.
Hmm.
So one of those times, it was like, it was when I was successfully dead, and then Aaron brought me back to life.
Oh my
but,
god.
Yeah, it was like the cave when we were fighting in the sanctuary. I'll admit that.
Mhm.
Oh my
Uh,
god.
That's kind of hard with us being all virtual. We use the honor system, but
Mhm.
Yeah.
at least I did it for character develop or for story development, not to
I want,
make
March,
myself
I want you
better.
to know that you couldn't have lied to your god, period. I had you roll just to make an example of it. You would have failed anyway.
What would have Nat 20 have done?
Nat 20 would have been like, oh, you're really trying.
Would have had to have done something. Like,
Honestly, with the 1, it was probably actually a better decision to do the 1 than it was the 20.
fair.
Because the 1 was more of like, yeah, I'm faithful, and Nat 20 would have been like looking him dead in the face with all the confidence in the world and him still knowing that you're lying to his face.
So my first roll, I've talked about this, I think with Dono, I don't know if I've talked about this live, was the first session. I ended up actually rolling like 3 nat 20s in a row. And I was just like, oh, they're gonna think I'm a liar. That's what's going to happen. And so the third nat 20, I was just like, oh, it's a 16. Like,
oh,
because I got really insecure of like, there's no way they're gonna believe this. Like,
we would have believed it.
So I've gotten that way a few times where I've rolled really well and I've rolled multiple nat 20s, and I grab my camera and take a picture of it just because I don't want people to think I'm lying.
Why do you think I like showed my nat 20 on my strength check? I was totally ready to forever be stuck. Because that's what always
You
happens.
honestly could have died in that moment if you didn't roll that nat 20.
You know what? Here's the thing, though. I was ready for Tommy to die.
You're like, I'm so emotionally ready for this.
As soon as I came back,
Oh, we
I
gotta
was like,
hydrate.
Oh,
I
goodness.
have 69 hit points.
Oh, good heavens.
If I die, I die.
that, so not to take over too much, that is actually something I wanted to touch on really quick. Merc goes down like full on villain route if Tommy dies. I had it prepared in my brain and like story wise. Merc goes into like straight up being asshole villain if Tommy died.
Merrick wouldn't let you.
There wouldn't be any stopping him. Like,
I wouldn't let you become the villain. I would take your life before I let you become the villain.
Oh, Jesus.
I would like to see Maris try.
Oh my God.
Universe where
Fighting Pit!
I even have
fight
feat where I can ignore fire spell resistance.
I think I was just ready. Like I said, she has 69 hit points. It's like I've already almost died once, so preparing myself for that the second round was like
we talked in the epilogues of like Merc being like coming to terms with the fact that he is dying before Tommy. That may not happen. Tommy is running the black market. And like,
yeah, there's a very high chance somebody stabs her while she's trying to sell goods and or basically taking over the chain's business or trying to run, because she is trying to run.
Stop! You're giving Donna White tears.
She's trying to run them down, basically. She fucking hates them. So
I'm just gonna say this low key. I feel like Tommy is just like a massive like destruction that cannot be completely bothered.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right.
Oh, and in terms of to answer the backup character thing.
Also, by the way, so.
To answer the backup character thing, by the way, and to bring this kind of to a closing point, I've talked about this before, but I'd love to bring it up again. I made 8 backup characters.
Yeah.
God.
I made one for each different area that Farron could have died in.
Okay.
I had a way to implement any one into the story, but the one I would have loved would have been a Firbolg barbarian Path of the Ancestral Guardians.
That would have been dope.
Because he would have just come straight from the tribe.
Yeah.
Like up in the mountains.
There is one thing that I want to say that is my secret.
Oh.
And I have 2 of them.
Oh no.
Every time you guys beat a BBG where you didn't know what their like reasoning was for it, I had left something in the like in where they were, like where you fought them, where you could have learned what happened. Each time you guys either destroyed it or walked away from it.
We're smart guys. We use a perception check wisely.
If you guys want to, I can tell you what motivated the different BBGs.
Fucking motivations?
Yeah. because I have been
What
wanting to
BBEGs
tell
were
you.
there? What BBEGs were there? There was Nikolai. There
There
was
was-
Frog.
First.
I want to know the frog.
You want to
That
know
was-
Nikolai? Okay.
that-
Okay.
right.
we
So
knew the one for Yip and stuff like that too, because there was a whole entire like
Mhm.
villain sequence.
yeah, but there was still like you guys had like a little bit of like there was some
Lucky bit.
things missing.
That was Yip
But
one.
so with Nikolai, it was not his choice to have the disease come across him. It was a trickery within a wish spell.
Mm.
Ooh.
You guys remember the chest where you pulled the card from the deck of
Oh,
many things?
That was his chest.
No, he had found the chest on the island and pulled the card of wishes. His two
Mm.
wishes were to one, have the power to be able to do whatever he wishes or to do what that he wants, and to gain incredible knowledge. And then he had like a third one, which I think was like to have the components to be able to cast whatever spell he needed to, which is why you found different gems around the area that he hadn't picked up.
My fucking lord.
So when he said, I wish I had the power to do whatever I wanted, he was given the disease because it meant that nobody could touch him without something happening to them.
Oh my.
And then that disease corrupted him.
That's
And then the
fucking
massive
unbelievable.
knowledge increase was also even more so. Like it just made him like this crazy person. But he still had his own consciousness still. There was a diary in his potion area that you guys burned that literally described times where he was able to kind of like be within his own mindset and be like, why have I chosen, like, why am I cursed to do this?
Oh my
It was
God.
moments of clarity that he was given. He
Donna,
was
you
literally,
just said something
Yeah.
that reminded me of something that is one of my favorite moments, and I can't talk about it yet.
oh, is it with your next character?
No.
Oh,
One of my favorite moments, it's something to do with Farron,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't talk about it yet. It's something specific that Farron said.
just say
We've
it.
talked about this.
Just say it. This is the time to say it.
No, we can't.
Why?
If we do a one shot,
Oh, yeah. Never mind. Oh, yeah, that's right. We gotta do that
Huh?
one shot.
Excuse me?
something to
What?
look forward, something to look forward to, guys. And
It's
I
the
will.
triple date. It's a group date.
Oh.
Can you
Here's
just
the
make a
thing.
canon
All
that
right.
Yip is watching that date happen and laughing? Like,
Oh, you'll be laughing, maybe crying a little bit.
What the fuck?
I
But-
don't know.
I need to
Um,
get. I love you
but
guys so
I-
much.
We love you too.
Okay.
We're proud of you. But I think now is the best time to end this. We've
Yeah,
been
we gotta
I-
running for a while.
coming to a
Can I-
close.
can I suggest a way that we wrap this up?
Sure.
Sure.
I'll be back
Uh,
in 7
The ones participating in next campaign, you want to just leave everyone with like a quick one word for your next character, a little teaser,
Mhm.
Oh,
and then
shit.
call it a night.
Ooh. All right.
Everyone's silent.
Oh,
Mm.
everyone's thinking.
What's your one word?
Also, I gotta screenshot this because you're gonna get a giggle out of this. So the screen froze, and I have the best. I only have Dagly's face, which is funny.
Oh my god. Okay.
One word.
One word.
Yeah, one word for your next character.
It froze.
Boom.
Huh?
Just boom.
Boom.
That.
Oh,
I like that. As the DM of these guys, I understand every single one of these words.
curious.
Mhm.
Ooh, I asked this question and now I realize how hard it is.
Yeah, you dick. Okay.
Uncertainty.
Mm.
Mm,
Endearing.
Aw,
Oh,
I like that.
that's nice.
Oh. All right.
Wow. Guys, we did it.
Yeah.
It's the end of the road.
I
And
love
start of
you
a new
all so
one.
much. I'm gonna miss you guys. Like officially miss you guys now.
We love you so much.
Cool.
We miss you, Ace.
We
But
miss you so
We
much.
do.
We're also so proud of you.
We're
I'll
so
be back in like less than 7 months now. Hold on,
Mhm.
I actually have the countdown. Give me a second.
Oh, there
Okay.
you go.
I have.
Final
I-
countdown.
Oh, this is gonna hurt. I have angel numbers for 222 for how many days I have left.
Oh my
Mm.
gosh.
You know what? Character idea. Mwahaha.
Oh
right.
boy.
Well, as the story ends, we might see their characters in the next campaign.
As it
We
comes
might
to
not.
its final
Okay.
conclusion.
It's just
But I
the
want you guys
beginning.
all to remember your adventure matters. Roll your initiative. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Instead of tears.
Goodbye.